Yo, welcome back to the archive. Today we're gonna be talking about the rest of Stranger Things 5. We got special guests back on the channel, so I guess you can introduce yourself again.
It's your boy, Howdy Reality on all social medias, bro. I appreciate you for bringing me back so we can
Yup,
talk about this.
we had to,
Tight.
bro. Had to. I got to. We gotta talk about this shit, man. So Stranger Things is over. Stranger Things repeat is over. How are we feeling?
Done. I'm sad for it to be done, bro.
You're
I'm not gonna
sad.
lie.
There's no bit of
Yeah,
relief in
bro.
you. There's no bit of relief in you. That's like, okay, maybe it was time.
After the fact, I'm like, okay, maybe it was time. But before, I was like, okay, they really gotta close the chapter. If they do to close the chapter, they gotta close it in the most perfect way.
Yeah,
Um, I
bro.
think the last season had high expectations of how they ended it the last time.
I still think season 4 is my favorite.
I think so too.
Like, just
They
overall,
they killed that season.
they leaned like, and I think the way they, bro, um, the how do you feel about the volume releases, bro? Because for me, I felt like it was just dragging the shit way out. I feel like if you do weekly, I don't know why they're so opposed to weekly releases. But if you do
Hmm.
weekly releases, not only do you get that fan speculation, but you don't got people complaining and waiting for an entire month. Just for 3 episodes that people felt underwhelmed. I didn't feel underwhelmed by, but a lot of people felt underwhelmed by. And I feel like if you do the weekly, bro, they still would have lasted about the same. Like it would have been, it's 8 weeks. You drop one episode a week. You're still going up until New Year's, probably past New Year's.
Right.
So it's not like they were running on short time here. But I don't know, man. The I think weekly would have helped. I know Netflix hates weekly, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, bro, on how that would change anything. I feel like it might be
I just think
cooked
the
regardless.
the pacing would have been a little bit better if like, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not a professional at this, so I can't say. They make money off of it. They know what they're doing.
It must work. Yeah.
Yep. Well, all right. Overall feelings on the last 4 episodes because we did wait until everything was done.
I think that the last four is not as good as the first four. I
Okay.
think the first four were my favorite through the season, but I'm not saying that the second half was bad. I'm just saying second half I feel like it wasn't as crazy. Like it wasn't as hype. I feel like it wasn't as like I feel like it was more predictable in a sense,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I'm trying to think. What did I like? The only thing that I liked Volume Two more than most people did, but I was kind of confused. I was kind of confused as to why. I know there's a couple things that people was talking about, like the will coming out, which is fine. But why was Vicky there? Why was Murray there? I feel like that would have been better
Everybody
as
was
like a
there.
as like a
Just the core
small the
group.
group. Yeah, like maybe you get
Yeah.
like the boys, 11, Max, Joyce, and Jonathan. That's it. Like
Right.
why does the entire Hawkins group have to be there, bro?
Right.
Also, if Vecna could see in his mind that he was gay, how could he not see in his mind their plan to fucking ambush his ass?
Right.
I don't.
Matter of fact, was before we get too ahead, bro, let's start at the beginning
Yeah, that's
of
right. My bad. I said I didn't want to get too ahead. Now I'm the one get too ahead. But okay, we can start with episode
what was the
five.
last one?
Episode five
It was
was
it was five?
episode five was the first one after because 4 was Will, his powers, and then 5 is Shock Jock where they use the Demogorgon, the dead
Bring him back
Demogorgon,
to life.
to
That's
Frankenstein
right.
him back to life so that Will can tap into the hive mind and get a hold of Vecna. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, this episode had my favorite scene in the season, bro. The scene of Will tapping into Vecna and telling him to run. And like he's like turning his head, and you could tell it's like him forcing it, bro. That shit was so fucking
Yeah.
creepy, and like
Yeah.
Vecna screaming "run" through like his voice, bro. Cold. That was my favorite scene in the
Fire.
season. Favorite fucking scene in the season,
Fire.
cause it's like him. You can see it's really fucking stressing Will out, and like the Demogorgon's just laid out on the ground. His arms are all fucking snapped, and he's tweaking out, shaking and shit. Like, I
Right.
fucking that scene was dope.
I ain't
So
gonna.
that was pretty cool.
That was a good episode to come back on.
Mm.
I actually, if my prediction before everything had took place, I thought that they were actually gonna revive the Demogorgons and use them as like a mini army or whatever.
Oh
That's what I
man,
thought he was about to do.
see,
It didn't turn out to be that, but it was just cool to see them try to do something
yeah,
different. We never seen that in the show.
I think I was trying to in episode. What was I about to say? Fuck, I just had something and it just like ran out of my mind. Um, but I was so fucking like sick of the Steve and Dustin shit at the beginning of this. I'm glad they wrapped that up in episode 5, bro. The constant like
Oh yeah,
them going back and forth, and like what was Steve? Hey, Steve said some crazy shit this episode, bro. He was talking about Eddie and shit. Like he fucking he didn't save nobody. Like he just died to die. Like it's just kind of crazy to say to your homie.
he
Like
took a super job to him.
yeah, he almost fucking
Super
died
cool.
too. He almost died too.
Yeah,
Like hey, but once that wrapped up in that like scene of there were so many good emotional scenes in that volume, bro. Between that and then some other ones we'll get into later, like Nancy and Jonathan and shit, bro. That's why I liked Volume 2 so much. Like you had so many good conversations and stuff. Um,
that was episode 5. Was
y-
there any like other like or not 5? That was 6,
was
wasn't
that
it?
6
Uh,
or was that 5? I don't remember, but yeah, because it was the end
um,
of that was the end of 5 going into 6 was all that.
I don't think too much happened in
5 was mostly just like because my notes, bro. That's the shortest one. It's like um,
it wasn't too much that
it
happened.
was like the Dustin stuff. They figured out. I guess they didn't figure it out yet, but Dustin ran into that room where he figured out what everything was. Like he just hey, I got that in my notes too. Is there's this formula they like to do, bro, where it's like
Mhm.
they have an emotional moment or a intense like conversation, and then somebody just bumps into the next discovery. They did it twice. I'll talk about the Nancy one later, but the Steve and Dustin one fucking killed me because they're like getting into a fight and they're fighting. Well, it's more Dustin fighting Steve. Steve's just kind of holding his ass back, doing the little like push his
Mhm.
hand on his head, like holding back. But then once that happens, Dustin's just laying on the ground and he just leans back and a door fucking opens. And then there are all the answers to the upside down just happen to be right there, bro. He finds the fucking
Bro,
Brenner notebook. He finds the display or the stuff on the wall. He finds all that shit off of a fucking him just leaning back and a door opens, bro.
it's crazy.
They just
What a
like
coincidence.
what a coincidence, bro. It's almost like they wrote it to happen that way. Um, but yeah, I don't. There's nothing in my notes. My notes are like there's a quote I had from Derek where like I think that's in this episode where Holly's going. She goes out back to the woods to talk to Max, right? And
Yep.
Derek runs out there after them, and they're thinking it's like Vecna chasing after him, and it's just Derek, and he just starts blabbering, and he's telling her like he's like, and I looked at Holly's face, and I knew she knew he was full of shit. So
Right.
I was good. I thought I was good. I was running.
He's like, I know everybody.
Yeah, I know
I know
everybody.
all of them.
I know Mike. Mike's my best. We're like best friends now. I don't know what happened
Like
there,
my
bro.
brother.
Why is he so fuck with Mike so much, bro? Why are they like this?
Especially at the
At
end
the end when he's like
remember that
waving
part?
at him, yeah,
Bro.
it was weird. I agree with Mike on that. He got himself a little Derek now. Shout out Derek though, bro.
Shout out Derek.
Did you think
Derek
Derek
cooked.
did you think Derek was lying like when Holly got caught and they were asking the kids were trying to ask Derek like or they were trying to ask her if she was lying about the monsters and stuff, and she went to Derek and was like, Derek, tell it for me. And Derek just lied, didn't know what he was talking, like act like he didn't know what she was talking about. Do you think he was just bullshitting,
Yeah.
or do you think that was like part of
Yeah.
a little delightful Derek strategy?
No, he was scared. Remember, because Vecna had showed him that he was gonna kill
Oh
his
yeah,
mom
that
and
was before. I
dad.
thought that was after. I forgot that was after.
That was before.
Because I thought that
So
was
that's why he was shook.
yeah, but I mean shit. His sister, his mom, and shit end up tied up. We don't ever see nothing of them, so they, for all we know, they still tied up in that barn.
Right, exactly.
They
But
all just stuck in that fucking barn somewhere, tied up. have no idea what's going
Bro,
on.
we just forgot about him. I don't
I,
even think they even showed up at the end.
they didn't. It was just Derek. But I mean, for what that scene is, they're not going to be there. But
I mean, true.
I think that's really all for episode 5. It was the shock jock stuff, Vecna
That was
telling
it. I'm looking.
Vecna
Let me
telling,
see.
or I guess the run. So that was where the run from the trailer was. I'm glad they didn't give that away. The big run scream. Yeah, that shit, I put that in my notes. It was kind of fucking scary. I think Vecna, bro. Vecna could be a scary person, but I low-key think in these last couple episodes, I was more scared of Henry than Vecna. Like, Henry was just a creepy looking dude.
Henry was locked.
He was locked.
He
was locked. He's the best part of that, bro. He was my favorite part, especially that last episode. Especially that last episode, bro. His acting in the cave. Oh my god, I loved it.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess we go to episode 6 now. So at the end of episode 5 is Dustin discovering what the upside down is, and the beginning of episode 6 is it's Escape from Kemazat's. The beginning of that episode is Nancy fucking shooting the big energy, because Dustin was thinking it was an energy shield around the upside down, but really it's the fucking it's different, and that's powering the upside down. So Nancy just fucking shoots it with a shotgun, and then almost explodes the upside down on accident. She busts a hole in the fucking wall, and it's just getting sucked down to space.
Almost killed everybody.
Yeah, it almost killed literally everybody, bro. But hey, that's the motto of Stranger Things. We're almost gonna kill everybody, but we're not gonna kill anybody except the characters that you know we're gonna kill.
So after they did that, I think that's no. I think that's when they did get sunk down into the room, and the room started filling up with this.
Well, that's because she shot it, and it like when you shoot it, melting, I think. Yeah, when you shoot it, it starts like it does that little like explosion thing, and then everything in that little area starts melting and shit. And until that stops, it don't stop melting. So that whole room that they go into, they fall into it. They fall into it, and it's like filling up, and that's when we get that scene of like Nancy and Jonathan doing the unproposal and like talking to each other.
That was my least favorite scene.
It was so good because I actually like Nancy. I actually like Nancy, and I actually like Jonathan to an extent. And you knew that wasn't gonna work, so their conversation is like, it feels like the inevitable end. And at this point, I was low-key thinking one of them is gonna die, bro. The way they're talking, bro, one of them is gonna die. It's probably gonna be Jonathan. But then the ring and stuff, like, yeah, I liked it. I don't really know how to explain why I liked it, but I think I just liked it.
I think
because it was.
It's because of the fact that I feel like it was like. I feel like it didn't really progress the story. I feel like I was tired of the Jonathan, Nancy, Steve, complicated situation. I just wanted them to focus on what's happening right now. Like, whether they worked out or not didn't really matter because of the fact that, bro, we literally kids are missing, people are dying, people are lost. Like,
I mean, to them, they think they're dying in that room. So for them, that's their last moments.
You got a point there.
They think they're dying in their room. They can't figure out a way to get out. They literally, at that point, they've just give it up. They're just sitting on the table together, like, hoping the shit doesn't fucking fill the entire room up. And
then the armor kicks in.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the theme of the season, plot armor. So, I mean, I was shocked that they kept that Steve, Nancy, Jonathan shit going until the final fucking episode. That's been going on since episode 1 of Stranger Things. And in the final episode, they're still fucking talking about it, bro. Still talking about it. Let it go. Let it go. They should have ended it with Jonathan and Nancy breaking up after season 4 because he's a stoner now. And then boom, let Nancy be a free woman for season 5. They've had Nancy tied down for 5 seasons. Let her be free, bro. Fucking man, let my girl Nancy be free. What else is there?
In that episode, that's when Dustin and Steve make up. They have their emotional scene.
Yeah,
like,
because Steve almost dies.
Yeah, because Steve almost died.
And he's like, bro, I can't lose another person.
And can't lose you again. That was sad.
It was sad. It was sad. But I'm glad that was the end of Dustin being a fucking emo boy. Dustin was he was just kind of gloomy the whole time, bro. Sucked.
He was, bro.
I guess okay. Next thing I got on my list here is the discovery. You don't necessarily know what it is yet, but this is where like we first find out the upside down is technically a wormhole, and like
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
whole time it's that shape has been important that they've been teasing that that's a wormhole. I'm not gonna say what it's to yet
Whole
because as we haven't
time.
got there yet, but it's a
Yeah.
wormhole.
Just
So
know that upside down is not the upside down. It's not really the upside down. It's
yeah,
really
a wormhole.
something else.
I mean, we're gonna talk
Exactly.
about it, but I just don't want
We'll
to.
talk
I don't
about
want
it.
to get ahead of myself yet because
Almost,
that's episode
we're
seven
almost
stuff.
there.
Um,
Yeah, we're almost
oh,
there.
another thing that we learned is those tunnels that were being built in
Yep.
season 2 or 1 or whatever it was, where they're like the people are walking through them all. That was all built by Will.
Yep.
Will was tapping in while he was sleeping and fucking digging holes with demogorgons and shit. Um, so he feels bad. Reasonably, he thinks he's part of this problem, which he probably is. But um, oh, and then that's where we also see the first time we get to see Vecna's lair, like on the inside, and like the heart
Yep.
pumping and the fangs and
Yep.
stuff, and that's kind of the first hint we get at what that actually is that he's living in. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like it upside down, but uh,
It's like a spider,
yeah,
but
it's like a
it's
spider
not.
upside down. It looks like a dead spider with his legs all like twist up in there. Which have you seen what that's
Mm-hmm.
based on, bro? The Dark Crystal,
Nope.
bro. They have a poster. The Dark Crystal is like an old fantasy movie, right? Kind of creeped me out when I was younger, because it's like puppets and shit. But the castle in there or something in it is like this big. It looks just like the mind layer thing that Vecna has, the big spider looking thing. And there's a poster of that in season 1 in Will's room, the Dark Crystal poster, and it has that thing on it. It
Yep.
looks exactly like the spider, the dead spider guy in this new season, bro. So they've either been
What?
they just straight ripping shit this season, bro. They rip from Wrinkle in Time, they ripping from Dark Crystal. They're just yanking shit. No more
Taking
homages. This is
everything.
just taking shit. Um.
I do want to point out something I just read that I forgot was also in that episode. Or hold on. Yeah. Oh, it was actually in the last episode. We missed one important detail. We find out what Dr. K's motive was in that last
Oh.
episode.
Yeah.
Um,
Fuck
with
Dr. K,
the
bro.
taking Kylie and using her to try to using her blood to try to make other, you know, like test subjects, basically making like literally like
But it
what's
wasn't
his
even
name?
working. It didn't even
It
work.
wasn't working
She
because
said it was
for
killing
one,
people.
she only
It was
has
just
one power.
yeah. I
Like
mean, but I mean that's a
like
cool power,
not
bro.
she has a cool power. I think she's just like she was supposed to have all the powers that Vecna and Eleven got, but she I don't know if her just genetics wasn't the same or something. I don't remember. I don't know how they tried to
Well,
explain it, but it was
we
like
never get to see the only numbers that we really get to see for an extended period of time are 8, 11, and 1. So all the other ones could have different powers, but we just didn't really.
no, we
But yeah, but they were
we
like,
know
are you talking about with 11, where they're like pushing her around
yeah
and stuff? But like that's
yeah
just.
everybody had the powers, but they all died.
I was gonna say yeah, they
So
did
they
all
all got
die,
killed. So
but that's just weird. Then I'm thinking like in my head that those kids all have different powers, but they all have the same like force shit. But like it doesn't make
we
sense as
never
to why
seen
Callie
Callie
is the
until
only one.
with one power, and she lived. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
don't know. I can't remember her story. I can't remember if
who
she broke
Callie?
out early or something. Yeah,
I don't know
like I know
either
she got out and
because her
escaped,
episode
but
was kind of like hated. Everybody hated that
it
episode.
was.
So
I wasn't a fan.
shout out them
I'm
breaking her
still not a
back.
fan of her.
Hey, she's like 4 feet tall, bro. Have you seen her? She's standing next to 11, and she's like, it looks like me standing next to like my little sister, except shorter. Like she's like
Bro,
a smooth 2 feet shorter than Hopper when she's talking to him. Like,
it's crazy because the kids. I think 11 is like 5'5". She's got to be like 4,
like 4 feet tall, bro. She's so
like
small.
literally.
She looks. I never
And that
noticed how tiny she
it's
was.
crazy because last or the season, whatever season she was in, I think season 3 or
Two.
whatever, season 4,
Who's
2.
two?
She wasn't even. You wouldn't even have known. You
Just
wouldn't
another
even
reason
known
I
her.
fucking hated season 2. By the way, I fucking hated that season. It was so boring. But
It was.
uh, but Will sure did a lot of screaming. Um, so what else is there?
Yeah, Ryan.
Hopper and Joyce have a nice little convo about parenting and like Joyce feeling like she's the fault for all this shit. Which, I mean, if you're watching your kid, he doesn't go into a barn by himself and get kidnapped by a Demogorgon. So you could have maybe prevented this, but I don't know. Oh,
I don't think she could have.
hey, why the fuck? What was the point of the
way she would have got?
What was the point of the Duffers saying that they were gonna answer who unlocked the door for them in season 1, just for them to never they? That's such a boring answer. It should have been 11. Make it 11. Make it 11. 11 opens it so that the Demogorgon can take him. I don't know why, but it's better than Vecna. Obviously, it was Vecna. Like, obviously, it was fucking Vecna. So
I feel like it was kind of pointless because it's like, why didn't Demogorgon just open the door, break through the door, use his teleport, going through the portal?
I don't know. I think they made it. Well, you know why? It's because they said that they planned the shit out from the jump. They did not plan none of this out from the jump. Because have you seen that they went back and added clock sounds to season 1 to act like he was there the whole time? Like, that was not there.
Yeah.
They added that once season 4 came out just to make it feel like there was a connection.
Like they knew. Yeah.
Oh, what else do I have in here? I guess the Jonathan and Nancy. Remember what I said about they stumble into something after an intense emotional moment? They did that with the Jonathan and Nancy thing too, because they're in the hallway and they're before they get into that room, before they like go and shoot everything. This feels like episode 5, I feel like, but it's in my episode 6 notes. They're talking about like, basically Nancy's like, bro, I got so much bigger fish to fry right now than worry about our relationship. Like, my sister's missing, we're in this big ass, like, everything's melting around us or whatever. Like, and then fucking after that, Nancy goes into a room and Jonathan just runs into a little door with a melted handle, and then boom, there's another discovery. So then they do that. They have their little confession thing, confessing all the shit. Nancy's bogus for telling Jonathan about Steve's little nuggets. They should have. Oh, that's not. Let's not tell him that. That's fucked up.
Oh, hold on, bro. Little nuggets.
The little nuggets, and that conversation.
That conversation.
I guess let's just jump, because that's most of what happens in that episode. But let's go to the hospital and like the actual attack at the hospital and Max and Holly's escape. So that Vecna uses Will to see, hey, where is was it Max that he was looking for? Yeah, he was looking for Max. And he's trying to see where her physical body is, because he's trying to kill the physical body. If he kills the physical body, because he knows Max Max is helping Holly try to escape, and this could fuck his whole plans up. So he's just trying to kill Max, just get her out of the picture. So he uses Will, sends the demo dogs after Max, and so that leads up to like Lucas and Robin and Vicky having to basically hide Max from the demo dogs, which is a dope ass scene. I love Vicky thinking that Robin is just a fucking drug addict that's going through withdrawals, and that's why she's hunting monsters and shit, until she sees that demo dog walk around the corner and is like, fuck it, okay, I believe everything, bro.
Like, you're right.
you're right. Which, hey, I would have done the same thing too. I don't know why everybody's so adverse to the fact that the world literally split in 4 not too long ago, like a little over a year and a half ago. Literally, like, there's big ass fucking rifts in the ground now, and nobody cares, except the military.
Everybody's like, there's no way that can be happening. That's fake.
So that happens. Lucas just gets a fucking kick, like, just kicks the demo dog, and it just like, yep, I'm done. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna just back up. Let the elevator close. They get down, and they're because they also have military people after them, because they have.
Yep.
Because Robin's getting in trouble for stealing the benzos, and then they're looking for her, and I'm trying to remember what happens. I think that's really it, because then the like hospital people or the military police people are coming for her, while the demo dogs show up. So then the demo dogs take care of the military people, which, shout out them. I love the demo dogs for that. They kill the military people, and they're trying to escape, but they're in that little room, bro. That little, like, washroom or something, where it's like a kitchen-looking thing, where they're hiding in some Jurassic Park vibes. Well, like, they're hiding behind the little thing. Lucas has the radio playing, trying to wake Max up. and
Yeah.
the demo dogs are like sneaking around, sniffing everywhere, looking for him, until a fucking bad bitch Karen Wheeler comes out, looking like a fucking zombie, bro. She's fucked up. She's like stumbling around and shit. Takes this big ass fucking, what is that, like nitrous oxide? What is that? Like it's like this
Something
big
like that.
can,
Some
and
type
she
of paint.
fucking
Can't.
throws it in the washing machine to get their attention, and then it just, you hear the demo dog whine a little bit, and then it just fucking blows up and kills them all. Fucking shreds them to pieces, and then Garrett Wheeler comes out of the shadows looking like a fucking monster, uh, and so the demo dogs are good. Max is, oh bro, let's talk about the Max shit. Why did they decide to hold a podcast in Dimension X when they were running to
Bro,
they was take
yapping.
bro they get to that cave and they see that big open thing. They start walking there. They know that the demo dogs are going after her physical body. They know that this like they have a short window of time. And Max is like, let's go. And then they just start fucking trotting on down, walking slow as hell. They get down there.
Walking, by the way.
Walking, not jogging, not speed walking, just walking like nothing is going on. They're walking down there. I'd be pissed if I was Holly. If I get all the way to, if we're about to get free, and then you're like, yeah, you're going to have to find your own way. But I already brought you all the way over here to my way. You better just hope that door opens down the street. You're lucky that that door opened down the street. Because you just happen to have that little Holly the fucking D&D character. But yeah, then even when they're sitting there talking, and there's this window opening up where you can see what's going on, you can see, the demo dogs are chasing you, and you're just sitting there watching, bro, just watching it, and then you finally get going, and you're just like, just fucking jogging your own way up there, bro. Hey, poor Holly, man. Poor fucking Holly. I thought they was gonna kill her ass. I thought they was, imagine Vecna don't grab her and she just splats right on the ground in front of Nancy.
Yeah, I thought that Vecna was definitely gonna pull up, but I guess since they was in the cave area, technically something like that, he wasn't able to get there or whatever.
But he was, because I'm trying to remember, because I know that she has to go back through, like, that door opens for her, but I thought she went through when she escaped, she broke through the, like, ground, because remember, she rips open the rock, and then she falls through the thing. But what was that door that opened for her? Did it close before she got there? I don't even remember. Like, you know how she had
the music ran out.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's. Are you talking about Max or Holly?
I'm talking about Max.
I'm talking about Holly. Because when Holly, bro, when they're in that, remember, Max is about to escape, right? And she turns around and that
Holly got out.
Yeah, and Holly sees that like little window open up, like she's supposed to run towards it. But I remember her escaping through the cave. She got out of the cave, ran out in that open world, ripped up a rock, and then fell through it. I don't remember how she got to that.
So yeah, when she jumped through her portal, little thing.
Mm-hmm.
She went back into her body. She was. Remember in the mind flip.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. The little area.
Yeah.
Where Vecna, his little.
That's right. Yeah.
And she was like, she got the piece in her mouth like Will. She takes it out. She rips herself out.
She starts running. Yeah.
Like, yes.
Also, not running as fast as she could be. But
she wasn't. But there was Vecna chasing her. You can see him in the background.
Exactly, bro.
Speed walking, by the way.
Speed walking. He was in a little. But that's why I forgot. I'm thinking Holly got out when she ripped up that rock. That was outside of the cave that they hide in. But that was outside of his. Yep. That was outside of his like lair thing. That wasn't outside that cave. So that makes sense. But
So when she did that,
she did fall through. She falls through, and that's how we start figuring out what's going on, because she falls through and she's falling, and first of all I'm thinking, oh my god, if she just dies here and splats in front of Nancy, that would be the most awful way to kill a child in a show. But because I didn't see any other way. That's where they end it. Yeah, they end it and she's like falling, screaming, and Nancy looks up.
Max is back in her body.
Yeah, and Nancy just looks up like, oh shit, that's Holly. But then I guess the beginning of the next episode, we see what. Yeah, I know. Vecna reached his grubby little hands down there and snatched her right back up, which probably saved her life, because she was not gonna survive that fall.
She was not going to get out. Who was going to catch her? Nobody was
No,
gonna catch
bro.
her.
She tries to get Nancy or John or Steve. Any of them try to catch her, and they're both dying. You know how much force she's falling with, bro. She's falling from the literal fucking sky, bro. It's like trying to catch somebody who was skydiving with no parachute. What was it gonna happen?
Exactly.
So episode 7 starts. Max is back in the real world.
Right.
Holly is trapped again. Vecna's sick of her shit. Henry's telling the kids like, yo, she's crazy. She just believes in the monsters named Max, and she's gonna ruin our plans. They're gonna kill us all. They're gonna kill your family. This and that and the other.
Yep.
Doing his bullshit. And oh, Mr. Clark is back in this episode. We get Mr. Clark finally joining the gang in this episode because they go and ask him to build them a new telemetry tracker to find them in the Upside Down. And Mr. Clark is there. First of all, he's with the librarian. He's got the librarian in his crib. Shout out Mr. fucking Clark. That's my guy. Erica, bro. Erica's hilarious. I wish she had more to do besides just like fetch people. And
yeah, they didn't give her much of a role this time around.
That's what happens when you have 75 characters you have to allocate time for. The cast is too fucking big. The cast is too fucking big. They have legitimately 20 people that they're trying to give screen time to, plus the kids, plus Vecna. Like it's just you're inevitably that's one of my big complaints with Dr. K, bro. Please tell me a single thing that she fucking did in this show. She didn't do nothing but walk around with her gun out menacingly.
She was like,
yeah, she was just always looking mad, always looking mad, pointing at shit, pointing her gun around.
Find her.
But she don't do nothing.
Find 11.
She don't fucking do anything. Like,
nah, she didn't really. The dude,
Akers,
the soldier.
Yeah, he did more than her. He was about it. He was like, we not doing this whole organ, bro. I'm just gonna go in there and get her myself. Which, he fucked up.
he almost had.
He almost did.
He wasn't close.
No, because all it took was L, like getting rid of the Sonic shit, and then boom, he just shot him. Hey,
we'll
we'll come back. We'll come. Is that?
We're almost there.
Is that in the next episode? Or is
that's the finale.
Oh, I'm getting 7 and 8 merged in my head.
Right now.
8 is.
This is where will come out. That's where that ends.
Because that's the end of the episode. Yeah.
So you said you were on the part where...
Oh, we missed... We forgot to talk about the plan.
The teacher.
Yeah.
He builds the thing. He finds out where they are in the Upside Down as far as Dustin, Nancy, and them, because we didn't reunite yet with them.
Yeah.
So, boom, right? He ends up finding them.
Yeah. And then they end up
they
in the Upside Down
lab. But they're like... The teacher's like, wait a minute. It says he's right here. Where is he at?
Yeah.
They're like, nah, he's
under the plates.
Down there.
And he's like, so he's trapped under the plates? And they have to explain this a couple times to people. Like, he's not squished under the plates. There's just more stuff under the plates. Because, like, I think Karen says the same thing where, like, they're, like, trying to explain it to her. She's like, so they're trapped underneath these plates? Like, not squished. They're just underneath it. Like, oh, was that in the last episode too? There was a conversation I liked when Karen is trying to go with them to the Upside Down, and
that was
Holly's like, she's like,
same episode.
That was okay. So she was talking to like Mike, and Mike is trying to knock some fucking sense into her, bro, because Karen still has a neck brace on, damn near, like she's fucked up, bro, and she's trying to just go with them. She's limping around and shit, and Vicky's telling her like, yo, if you do like keep doing this shit, you're gonna die, like your head is gonna fucking hemorrhage on you, bro, and that's a good conversation. And then that's when they go, that's the first time Mike has went in the Upside Down, bro. Is that episode?
Bro?
Yeah, that's the first time he's ever been in the Upside Down was when they opened
because they didn't go when he was, because he was in California that last season.
Yeah. So he never went in the Upside Down before, and that was his first time was going, and they thought they found Holly, but that's when we figure out what actually happened to Holly. Because like Nancy tells them, and it shows like she just fucking gets sucked back up into the sky. Which is crazy, but
so they reunited Upside Down in Hawkins.
Can we just talk about how Hopper and 11 just showed up at Joyce's house? like just I'm trying to remember. I don't remember them. Let me see. Hold on. There was a scene where it was just like Hopper appeared at Joyce's house, and I was like, "Oh, they're out." Maybe it was after that, but I don't remember. I didn't write it down, so.
So Hopper appears at Joy's house.
Yeah, it's like I I think the reason I remember it is because I think it was before the gang, like because I think Hopper and 11 make it out separate from Mike and all them going in and Nancy and them getting out because um I just remember Joyce was in it was yeah, it was the it was in episode fucking 6. I forgot because they got out beforehand and Joyce has that conversation with Will about it being all his fault in the tunnels and stuff, and then Hopper comes in. They just show up at her house, and Hopper has that conversation about the parenting stuff, saying like it's not your fault, you know, you just an accumulation of all your mistakes is what your kid is. So
Yeah.
that was weird. They just showed up. But now back to that. I forgot about that shit.
Back to where we was.
Back to yeah.
So everybody comes out the upside down. They're all. I can't remember what they were all doing. At first everybody was doing their own separate thing. I can't remember what.
They were so Dustin and them were at that church and they got in contact with Hopper and them and said, "Hey, meet us at the church." But then they decided to go to the lab. So then when they went to the church, there was no Dustin, Steve, Nancy, or Jonathan.
Oh yeah.
And then they went to the lab. I don't remember how Hopper and them make it out. I can't fucking remember.
They jumped through a portal after. Remember after Nancy and them shot the little ball.
That's right. Yeah.
They started. The hole went there.
It was sucking
and it was
shit
like
out.
A little spot where they could climb through.
Yeah.
And they just got lucky. They just all jumped through it.
Bro,
And now it was back to the real world.
I sat on these episodes for over a week. I'm struggling to remember some of this shit, bro. Let's see.
I'm not gonna lie.
From volume 2 specifically, but what else is? Oh, I guess this is the episode where they tell us about the plan, and what the upside down actually is.
Is that the wait? I think that's next episode.
No, because this is episode 7. Because remember they come up with the plan to go up in the abyss before the.
Oh yeah.
Because
Man.
Dustin's explaining.
Has all the notes.
Yeah, Dustin's explaining so it's the Hawkins is at the bottom. The upside down is a wormhole that leads to the abyss, which is the dark dimension X, which is where Vecna, the Demogorgons, all that shit comes from. And the upside down is basically just a tunnel for them to get into Hawkins. And what they're trying to do, or Vecna's trying to do, is the rifts were to weaken Hawkins, and that like the upside down connection, so that the abyss can basically just fucking go through the upside down and collide with Earth and like become one almost like Hawkins and shit. Yeah. And Vecna's gonna make his perfect world. So they have to stop that. That's the big plan that they're gonna have to stop Vecna from doing. And he has 12 kids to do it. So he's got them all. He has no trouble with the kids now. They're all there, and they're all ready to go. Yo, did they beat the shit out of Holly in one of those episodes? Like Holly's trying to fight for her case, and they just start beating her ass, bro. These kids just start jumping her.
Gets her back after she escapes. He puts her back into the little thing she was in, and then straps her back up. And then after that, she comes back and she wakes up and she's like, "Oh man, like he's fucking evil. Don't believe him." Everybody's like,
"You crazy, man?
What are you talking about?
You fucking crazy."
Like, Derek, tell him I'm telling the truth. And he's like,
nah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
crazy lady.
So, and Derek only did that because he was scared because Vecna showed him that his family was gonna die if he say something.
Yeah.
So, boom, right? They eventually beat her up because she's like trying to escape again, and then eventually, you know what I'm saying, they do their little ritual thing and they're all like in a circle and their hands are.
And that's where episode 7 ends. Is then they're at the table. Like, well, hold on. Well, there's some more stuff in there. Let's talk about it before the end ended.
Well,
Callie.
That's that part. But
Callie, yeah. Callie, her plan with 11 is basically
Oh yeah.
we're gonna have to kill ourselves because as long as we're alive,
They're gonna try to.
they're gonna keep
The
chasing
military's
us.
gonna go for us.
They're gonna keep going after us, keep trying to use our blood. Your friends are never gonna be safe. Callie even says they killed her friends from episode 2. Like you see some of her friends from like this Mohawk dude die, like all that shit. And they're like
Everybody get killed
she's like if you
and
don't
shot.
if like we are still alive and the military's still after us, they're just gonna kill Mike. They're gonna kill your friends. So the only option, which in my opinion, she's not
With her
wrong.
power, she's able to show her everything.
Yeah,
She's able to show her, and
she's not wrong though. Like, I think that it's a point. Their plan completely went wrong in the end, in my opinion. But
yeah,
I think the gist of them having to like go out with the Upside Down was probably the smartest, like just to end it all.
yeah.
But even Hopper and them say like there's other ways to do it. So I'm sure there was.
Definitely.
I'm sure there was ways to just
That's
keep
why
fighting.
Hopper didn't like Callie, because of that little.
But Hopper did mow down a good chunk of the military men. So between Hop and Nancy got to combine like 20 bodies on military dudes. Like
They got more bodies than
they
Vecna.
got they do. Well, yeah, I don't know, bro. Vecna
Vecna did kill a lot of people.
Vecna killed people, but Vecna was because if we're counting all the people that died in the earthquake, quote unquote, because they have a whole memorial for all at the end. They have a whole memorial for all the people that died in the earthquake.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that's actually the earthquake and not what happened after, because the earthquake was 18 months before all that shit happened, so you can't say that's the cause of it. So I'm assuming those are people that actually died in the earthquake. Like the ground they were on fucking split open, and like they did the Jason.
Some people.
What happened to Jason in
people
season
got
4
killed.
just got split in half. So
He got
Vecna,
split. He was trapped up, and he just got
good, fucking
crazy.
good. That dude deserved
Yeah,
it.
he was good.
But yeah. Anyways, back to season 5.
That part.
Callie. Yeah, I've been saying though. I was saying from last season, Elle is gonna sacrifice herself to have to. That's the only way that's gonna stop, bro. And then this is where after Dustin explained all this stuff and everything, we get the Will confession scene because Will's thinking, I want to get this out so that Vecna can't use this against me.
Yep.
I'm gonna complain about that later, so remember that. Let me write that down. I'm gonna complain about it because.
You gonna complain about it at the end?
Yes, because there's some
you
stuff
talking
that
about
happens
right
at the end that I want to talk about. Of
That ties to it.
yes, Will.
Okay.
Will did that. I'm not gonna say it yet, but just Will did that because he says Vecna is gonna use it against him, so he'd rather just have it out there. So we're gonna confess in front of all of Hawkins that you're gay. Like that's cool. Everybody knew it. It was the you seen those memes where it's like Mike is like, yeah, dude, we know. Like it's
right.
I think that has a weird. I like the confession scene because it's cool. Will gets an emotional something, but man, it's out of place, bro. Like it just feels like we're about to go fight. We're about to go fight this demon lord. We're about to go fight this demon lord. We're gonna have to go into the alternate universe, whatever. And I'm just gonna stop us right beforehand and slow down the story to tell you guys I'm gay. Like it's
we ended there too. We
practically ended there. I think the way it actually ends is kind of cool, but they Will tells and I mean everybody, like fucking Vicky's there, Murray's there, Kali is there. No need for any of those 3 to be there. Hopper doesn't really need to be there.
Everybody.
But Steve, it makes sense because did you see Steve's reaction when
Did Steve have a reaction?
No, he had a reaction. No, he had a reaction when Will says he was just my Tammy, and that's something only Steve and Robin would know. So Steve like has this face of like, oh shit, did he just out Robin? On top of that, Steve has a really good reaction face there where he's like, oh shit, how does he know about that? And yeah, but like even then I can understand Mike, Dustin, Lucas, Max, 11, the main ones from season 1 at least. But why is Murray there? Why is Kali there? Kali's the one that pisses me off because Kali has no connection to these dudes outside of 11.
He doesn't know nobody.
There's no.
By the way,
Vicky, I can kind of make it make sense. Vicky is Robin's like secret person, so that would kind of be cool, whatever. But Murray doesn't need to be there. Kali for sure fucking does. I don't even think Hopper really needs to be there. Like, yeah, because Hopper is technically his foster dad
Was
at
the
the
teacher
end.
there too?
Huh?
Was the teacher there too?
Mr. Clark was fucking. Why is Mr. Clark there? I forgot about Mr. Clark. Mr. Clark is there too. I know he's. I know he's there for plot reasons because they need him. But why does he need? You guys can't say, "Hey, you guys go to the other room." Like go, go to the other room. But man, I forgot Mr. Clark was there too, bro. Why does Mr. Clark need to be there?
Shout out to Mr. Clark.
He's my goat though, bro. He has a line at the beginning of episode 7 where like they're talking. This is the only line he has in that entire episode, by the way, where Erica's like, how does it feel to save the world? And he's like, it feels swell, pretty goddamn swell, because Erica told him that the situation was needed cussing in it.
Yeah.
He hit him with the pretty goddamn swell. I was like, I fuck with you, Mr. Clark. But Mr. Clark's reaction to all this shit, finding out about all this upside down stuff, and like,
it's like he wasn't that surprised.
And
he was surprised, but he wasn't that surprised.
But he was surprised. He was like, "Oh shit, what is going on here?" Like, Murray's calling him schnookums, and Hopper's like, "You ain't." Hopper's like, "You have not seen shit yet, like nothing."
Because 11 freaking.
Yeah, she pulls the plate up.
She
fucking breaks the cameras, pulls the metal plate off of the like rift. And Mr. Clark is just standing there like, what the fuck is happening? Man.
You coming, schnookums?
You coming, schnookums? Shout out Murray, bro. Murray, hey, he had some good moments. I didn't like Murray, but he had some moments like, I guess we forgot to mention. Is that in episode 7? That's episode. Let me not get there yet. But Murray has some funny moments.
To get there right now.
I know. I know. But at the end of the episode, they do go along with their plan of like they start the plan of getting into the Upside Down. And like they basically their plan is to say, fuck it, we're gonna run through this military base and just go straight into the portal to the Upside Down. Worry about them fucking later. So they do that. How did not a single bullet hit Murray, bro? Because at the end of that episode, they're driving through. They have the entire military out there shooting at them. Nancy's popped out of the thing shooting at people. Fucking Hopper's shooting out the back.
Beginning of the episode, bro.
Huh?
I guess the beginning of the next episode.
Is it? Because I have notes. So I have notes in my. Yeah, see, because I have that in my notes for episode 7. Is like because at the end of the episode is what I thought they got in there, and then that's when we see Vecna doing the hands with the kids at the table, and it cuts to the clock, the little chime. You hear the chime in the background, which is dope. I like that ending. I wish they did more with that. They didn't. That's the only mention we really get of the clocks in this season. Like
we didn't really get the
clock.
Why.
That's
or no. I mean, I guess we already knew about.
We know, but I'm not saying we need to know why. I'm just saying like we didn't really Vecna didn't use them at all. But I guess it was more because he wasn't really doing the stalking stuff anymore. I think it would have been cool if they used it in that scene with Hopper in the next episode though.
He had 12 kids, right? 12 kids on a clock. How many
12
hands
hands
on the clock?
Yeah. I mean, it goes in with that. It goes in with the 12 disciples of Jesus. Like. He's thinking of himself as this God figure that's going to forge a new world. So he has his 12 disciples.
Right.
It could be a couple things. I wish like I said, I'm not going to spoil the Hopper scene, but the scene with Vecna and Hopper, I feel like if they should have brought the fucking chimes out, man. Brought the clocks out. Let's just go into episode 7. All right, fuck it. Let's just get into episode 8. Where does it start? It starts
action. The plane is going. Everybody's doing their thing. Everybody's doing their part. They break into the military. They drive in there. You know what I'm saying?
Plot armor keeps Murray from getting hit.
He's shooting up the top.
It's badass.
Soldiers.
Walk them down, Wheeler, bitch.
Crazy. All I remember is the back opening, and I don't remember why the back opened.
Well, they open it up because they open it when they turn because they open it up and 11 is standing there staring at Dr. K. And Dr. K knows that she can't shoot. Yeah, she can't shoot at 11 because if she kills her, then the whole plan's cooked. So I think that's part of the reason she opened the door was to keep him from firing in the back and hitting all the other people.
I see.
That's what I assume it was because they make that eye contact. They're like, bitch, don't fuck with me, man. They keep going. Again, Murray should have gotten hit. Bro, you see how many bullet holes were in that windshield directly next to where Murray was? He was like, driving underneath the wheel, bro. Like, um, but yeah,
So
John.
they
I think
get
Hopper
in.
was shooting at him too and stuff. Like they were all shooting.
Everybody gets in besides Erica and the teacher. They were the ones that opened the door for the
Oh yeah,
military
that's right.
for
That's
them to get
okay.
in. And also Max and
Vicky are at the Squawk
uh
radio tower.
Vicky, they stay at the squawk because we're gonna tell
Well,
y'all
they
later about
can't take
Max.
Max. They can't take Max in there.
Max
She's in a wheelchair.
is still in a wheelchair. Like
Like,
she can't walk.
yeah,
And then also Hopper, 11 and Kylie,
go off on
they
their own
go
to the
wait,
lab. They go to the lab because they go to
they
the
go to the
lab
lab. Yeah, they go to
and
the Hawkins lab and then they're using
oh,
the
we didn't
tank.
really explain their plan. We didn't explain the plan very well.
Well, we got to
So
explain it right now.
so yeah, basically their plan is the Squawk Tower. They have some of them at the Squawk, like the regular Squawk, and then the other ones go to the Squawk Tower in the upside down. They climb it. It's Nancy, Jonathan, Mike, Will, Dustin, Steve, Lucas. Is that it? I think that's it. 7 of them.
That sounds right.
Okay, they're up. They're climbing the tower, and their plan is they climb this tower, and when the abyss starts coming down, they have 11 go into his head. They have 11. So 11 is at the lab because that's the closest spot to like where Vecna would be. So when the abyss comes down, that'll be the closest to Vecna. So her plan is once that starts coming down, 11 is in this. First of all, there should be no water in that tank. It's been said so many times that the Upside Down has no water in it. So why was there water in that tank? I don't know. Fuck it.
They
There's
wasn't up. They
there's
wasn't upside down, was they?
yeah, they were. They were in the Hawkins lab in the Upside Down. Because remember that's how they had to get close to Vecna. So they were in the Upside Down Hawkins lab, and because they were right underneath the big energy generator. Because Murray's on top with the bomb ready to go and stuff. Their plan is 11
Are you sure
infiltrates.
they were upside down?
Yeah, they were in Upside Down. Because remember at the end they're in there with all the slime stuff. Like they walk through all the because they're in there fighting Acres. Because Acres goes in the Upside Down like, yeah, we're just gonna go get
They
him.
are in upside down.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it right now.
Acres in their his little flag unit or his little military unit basically follow them in there like fuck it, we're gonna get her ourselves, and that's how they end up in the lab. They go into the lab. Elle's in that tank, the little tank. Her and Kylie are gonna like combine power to go into Vecna's mind when the abyss
Yep.
starts coming down. Stop the abyss. The guys on the clock tower or on the radio tower are gonna climb through the rifts into the abyss, and then they'll go take out Vecna from there or whatever. And 11, hey, there's a good scene with her later, but fuck, where was I at? I mean, that's pretty much the plan, the gist of it.
That's the plan.
Um,
So it's executing. The plan is flowing. Everything is lining up. Everybody's set in place. The thing starts coming down, but they realize that it's not gonna line up with the rift. It's actually gonna
so it literally
crumble
starts
the whole entire tower down,
wiggling the tower like this, bro, and it's like
breaking the tower.
this is the worst time for
Everybody's
shit
climbed
to
up
go to
that
plan.
top, by the way.
Yeah.
Everybody those 7 people, whoever, were up top waiting, and they noticed this. Dustin noticed this, so they're like, "Hey, we gonna need y'all to kill Vecna
Right now. Like,
get in
hurry
his
up."
mind, like get him." So 11, Kylie, and also Max is in Vecna's mind. I
Oh.
forgot how.
No, because so
forgot.
11 and Kylie go into it first. They go into 11's mind. They're in 11's little abyss, and then Max gets left alone by Vicky. Vicky's like, "I'm panicking. I'm gonna go get some snacks." Max is sitting there in her wheelchair, and I thought she was in I thought Vecna was in her mind again. Because when she
I thought it
started
was, too.
when she started moving it, and then she stood up, I was like, "Doh, Vecna's in there. Oh, that's not good. They're gonna kill her again." But then she walks into like the walks out of the Squawk Tower and in the little abyss looking
water?
and like the black, it's like all black around her. She walks into the Squawk thing, or no, it's not black. It's water on the ground. She follows it
Water
into
on
the
the
Squawk thing, the doors, opens it up, and then she runs into 11 and Callie, and they're in her mind. They're in 11's mind, and they see Vecna just sitting there fucking floating like this in her mind, and they're like,
Yeah.
Max is like, "Why don't you just kill him right now?" And they're like, "Well, we're in 11's mind. We have to get into his mind." And I'm pretty sure what happens
That's
from
what
there,
it
because
is, it's mine.
I'm trying to remember how Max gets, because they end up going through memories. Like, do they touch
Well,
him
how
and then
Max, yeah, they touched him. They go into his mind, right? They're going to his memories.
Mm-hmm.
So each memory, each door was a different memory. So Max is like, oh, I've been through all these memories. She had to lead the way and direct them and show them which ways to go, because you know
Mm-hmm.
how they had like hidden doors and stuff to get
Yeah.
into a certain memory. So she was showing them that way, all the ways. And then Dustin's like, hurry up, we need you to kill him now.
And Hopper's banging on the
And Max
tank because there's
like
signals
banging on the
like
tank.
the 2 bangs was supposed to be the abyss is moving, and then the 3 bangs is supposed
Right.
to be, yo, it's getting close. We're gonna need you to do some shit. And he just starts hammering away on that
Like,
fucking
boom, boom,
tank,
boom, boom, boom,
like,
boom, boom.
yo, we gotta
And Max
fucking
is
go.
like, wait, we gotta wait. 3, 2, 1,
Boom.
go. And then they jump into this, like, what do? Is it like a crowd of people or something?
Well, they're in the
They have to
play.
run through
They're in a
or
play.
something?
They go through
They're in
his
the play.
they go through his high school memories of the play, and then they go into the literal play that they're performing. And then I don't remember how they get there from there, but they end up in just at the house, like at the Creel's house.
At the house where the kids are.
And that's when 11 just fucking throws his ass, and it
Throws
stops.
him off the
Yeah,
kids.
it stops the abyss from coming down. We did skip over the Steve fake out death where the tower is crushing and he falls off and like he lets go. He's just hanging there about to fall and fucking it goes black. The screen fucking goes black for like 5 seconds and you're just like, oh shit, well he's fucking
he's
dead. And
GG's.
and then fucking I'm thinking Dustin's gonna save him because Dustin is like they show his face, but then they show the hand grabbing him and it goes up and it's fucking Jonathan. So it's like, oh, that's kinda cool. I like that.
They best friends. Now they cool again and like
Well,
they was never cool.
they were
to
never
begin with.
really
They're
cool.
not cool, but they're
They both hate each
They
other,
made
but
up.
there's a cordial hate each other. It's like an IOU one.
right. Right.
We probably need to get past this shit. But that's what that's
Right.
that conversation where Steve is like, this is a little later, but this is it's not really a plot heavy thing. But they're in the abyss and like walking, and Steve and Jonathan are talking, and like he's like, I owe you one. You know, Nancy's my friend. I really like Nancy. I'd rather have as a friend than nothing. And I'm like, dude, we're still doing this in episodes 8 of season fucking 5. We're still having
Right.
conversations. Steve and Jonathan can't have a conversation that does not revolve around Nancy at all. Like,
But
please.
they both realize that they both need to be their own person. They don't need to. Nancy is not for them, and they both realize that. So it's like they both have that conversation. They both realize their goals don't align with Nancy's
Oh
goals
yeah,
in
yeah.
life. So therefore, they make up off of that. They're not best friends, but they become cool. But back to
The Vecna getting thrown.
Vecna getting thrown. This is
That stops the
one of the
abyss.
craziest scenes.
Stops the abyss.
Stops the abyss. Vecna gets up. He's angry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got all these kids. He gets thrown. Like, it's about to go crazy. What happens? I can't remember exactly where. Like, scene
So
for
that's
scene.
when I don't either, but that's so the abyss stops. They climb up through the abyss. Like they first of all, dangerous game to play. They're standing on the like, if the abyss hole is like here, or hold on, where's my camera? The abyss hole is here. Where they're standing is like here, so they're having to stand up on a rail and then push themselves over the edge up into this like abyss through these like this
Right.
goo. So horrible plan because what if someone slips and just fucking dies right there? But
But
they
plot armor.
they
Everybody makes it
oh
through.
my god, the amount of plot armor in this fucking episode is insane. They make it up through there. Vecna and 11 are just fighting, right? And the plan is Kylie takes the kids and is trying to convince them. Holly's trying to convince the kids that Vecna's the bad guy or Henry's the bad guy. So Callie takes the kids and like hides them behind a vision so that Vecna can reveal his
vision of an
true
empty
self.
room.
Yeah, it's an empty room, and 11 basically gets a confession out of Henry that shows, hey, like he like strangles 11 with his head, his mind, and then like he just pulls the Vecna hand, just starts coming out, and that's how the kids
Yeah.
realize like, oh shit, he's the fucking monster that he's been telling us about, like,
Right.
and Vecna, I don't remember what happens, but he ends up like doing something with
He
11.
goes into 11's mind,
Oh yeah, and he sees that. Okay, that's
and
right.
he sees that that's Callie's plan,
Mhm.
and then he walks through the room,
The envision,
and
and
then the
they're
kids are
gone.
actually gone by then.
Yeah,
They're actually gone by then.
they're gone.
So then I think he goes and chases the kids. So Callie and them all are trying to get.
Oh, that's right. Bro, how the fuck did Derek fit through that little ass crack in the wall? Fucking, bro, because they're running, and the whole thing is Holly's like,
They're
yo,
running.
we have to run to the, we have to run to. Oh, that's right,
Max is
because
there too, by the way.
Eleven is
Max is there
fighting.
too, by the way.
Eleven is fighting. Henry. Callie is still in that room, and Callie goes to stab him, and he just disappears. And
Yep.
so then they start
And what he
running.
does is he goes back to the real.
Yeah,
To
he
his
goes back to
actual
his
body.
real body, and the kids are running, and they're running because they're like, oh shit, we know that it's only a matter of time. So Kylie and Eleven are running with them, Max and all of them, but then Vecna
There.
decides to show up at the lab where Hopper is, and starts trying to use Hopper's like guilt against his daughter against him. He sees like
Yep.
the radiation that ended up like he was working on that caused his daughter's cancer, and then he sees his
Yep.
daughter like you're gonna cause her to die just like I did, and then Vecna fucking turns the corner all aura farming, and just like
Yep.
just spiky shoulders standing there staring at him,
He's like,
yeah, menacing and shit.
then in there, and then Hopper pulls out his gun.
Starts fucking spraying at his ass. Awful idea, by the way. Um,
Vecna disappears because
vanishes.
He's not even real.
no,
That's literally his.
His,
That's
like, a
literally
vision
his
of him.
vision. He's making him see.
he's
this.
in his head, bro, and he shoots him,
And
and
Hopper.
bro, he shoots him, and then you just see the tank that Eleven is in is like
The hole-
leaking.
the
His
hole-
holes sprinkling out. And bro, you know what took me a minute? I didn't realize that Hopper shot it. I knew he was shooting, but I thought it was like a Vecna used his hand and like stabbed through the thing and stabbed 11. But then once they said like I saw the gun, I was like, oh shit, he just shot her ass. Did you think she was?
Yeah.
I don't think she was dead because like I didn't think she was dead. It's too early to kill 11, but like
I thought
the shot of her in the
they-
tank where she's just like lifeless and her eyes are off to the
like
side.
lifeless.
She bullet hole. She's just bleeding. I was like, oh fucking god! They just did it like that.
But the thing is, 11 is still, in Henry's mind, and like she hears banging because Hopper's trying to break the glass. He's trying to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know what this signal is. This is not the signal
Yeah,
you told
'cause
me about.
he's not no pattern to it. He's just slamming it, trying to break it
It's
open,
like,
and then all of a sudden 11 disappears, and then
she disappears.
Callie
and then
disappears,
Callie
and then Max
takes off
disappears
her. Well, actually, they all disappear because they
because
were all
11,
linked
yeah,
into 11.
yeah,
So, boom, right? She comes back to real world and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, confused because
yeah.
just
He
seen
thought
her
she was dead. Yeah,
dead.
like that's a cool little illusion. But we also forgot to mention,
I thought she was
Dr.
dead for real,
K.
though.
Dr. K sees the squawk man in the upside down and then immediately pieces it together like, oh shit. So then they go, Dr. K takes some military people to the squawk. And this is just Vicky and Max there. Max is unconscious at that point because she's still in Eleven's mind. So Vicky is just by herself trying to hide everybody. And I don't remember what happens, but something goes wrong
It was
in
like
the
a secret room.
yeah, there's a secret room, but something goes wrong in the upside down, like or with Vecna, and that's the exact moment where like Dr. K and them discover Vicky and them in the room because it's like some bad shit happens, and then it cuts back to the squawk, and they open the door, and they're just standing there staring at them like, shit.
Yeah. Oh,
Where
that's
we good?
because when she went back to her body, she was like,
Yeah.
and they heard her.
Okay,
that's when
that's how
they
they
found her.
figure. Okay, never mind. I didn't think about. I didn't even piece that together,
And
bro.
also before that, that's when they end up finding Erica and the teacher as well. I think they were.
They found him. I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, they got caught too. They got
What?
caught.
Hold on, what the fuck
Yeah,
did I miss that? I just assumed they weren't in the rest of the episode. Like I just remember that one scene where he was like pretty goddamn swell, and then that's the last I remember of them in that entire episode. So
Yeah, they
I
got
don't-
caught. 'Cause I think
damn.
they retreated back to like a church no.
I thought they were just staying in that lookout
They
tower.
retreated back to somewhere in the building, and then they end up because they was at the top,
Yeah.
just chilling, and that's when all the squad cars pull up to them, and then they end up going inside and going to get them. I think that was before that scene, so they was trying to get everybody and grab everybody. So boom, after that, you know what I'm saying, Hopper, 11, and them, they're all in the lab trying to figure out what their next move is. They like, okay, we gotta meet up with the squad. They're already in the abyss, Dimension X. They start walking towards they found Henry's little base. They see
Mm-hmm.
this little crazy looking spider thing. They start walking towards it like in the slowest fashion ever. Like seriously, like I don't think they even made it there. That's how slow they was walking, bro.
How do you think? Like, how do you feel about the look of the abyss? Like, the way it looks. Do you like it? Because I liked it. I like the way it look. It feels me like an old,
Yeah,
like a 2000s movie, like a sci-fi, a bad 2000s
I'm
sci-fi
glad.
movie. Um,
I'm glad they didn't like make it like change it at all. Because when we seen Vecna for the first time and he's getting transformed into this, like he's getting
yeah,
burned out.
yeah,
That's what we see him actually falling into. So the whole time we thought that was the upside down, and he didn't
yeah,
change the upside down to look like how it is. But in reality, that was actually Dimension X where he was at the
yeah.
fountain
Um,
when he seen the mind flayer and all that stuff. But ooh, back to the kids. Let's go back to the kids going to the cave. They're getting chased. Max and them is gone.
yeah. So
Right.
they're on their own now.
Only
It's Holly. Holly's
the
leading them.
kids. Holly's the leader. Everybody makes it to the cave, but Derek. Derek is like, he's run out of energy. He's
Big ass
tired.
Derek, bro.
We started seeing Holly try to pull Derek. Henry blitzing, bro. Like
Sprinting, like full on. He's got a
speeding at
one
them, bro.
Vecna
Like
arm,
he's
one Vecna arm
one
out,
back
just
arm, throws it out. He grabs
Holly.
um he grabs Holly by the ankle,
Yeah.
tries to pull her. Derek pulls her. He able to get her into the cave.
Suck my fat one.
Gave him the little middle finger. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, man.
we like, okay, the kids are safe, we good. Bro. Vecna is
Toughs it out, bro.
shaking.
Toughs
He's
it
like,
out.
takes a step in.
Because
Boom.
I guess
It
whatever
hurts him.
we haven't really talked about it yet, but they kind of teased his
About to get to it.
backstory. Well, they teased it in another episode. Like they showed you see
They
him
teased it,
doing the hit in
but
the
they
head
didn't,
and
like,
stuff. Yeah,
they didn't really get into it because Max pulled her away. He's like, "It's the memory.
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta go. We gotta go."
yeah,
So we didn't really get to see the full scene of why that scene was so dramatic for him. But we find out is so he's breaking into the cave and he's trying to like get in there. And
it's
he's,
taking
like,
him a
fighting
minute, bro.
himself.
It's taking him a minute because
Yeah.
he doesn't even see nothing yet. He's just pushing through. He can get the memories of it, and then Holly, because remember Holly's like, oh, I'm gonna have to go fend them off so they can escape. So Holly goes back
Right.
out and whacks the shit out of him with this fucking the poker that she had in the other episode.
Yep.
Just smacks
Yep.
the shit out of him twice, just right across the face, and
Right.
he
Yep.
fucking knocks her ass out. And he just like, okay, I'm gonna just keep pushing. He keeps pushing, and that's when he turns the corner and he sees the memory and he starts literally
Okay.
like reliving it. Yeah, like when he gets shot, when his kid self gets shot, he feels it.
Yep.
Like you could see him.
Yep.
We even see Will back in the abyss. Like Will is feeling this memory because he's tapped into his head.
Because Will is tapped into Vecna right now.
yeah,
He's trying
so-
to save the kids, help the kids.
He's shooting
But-
him, or he shoots him.
It's like a Hawkins lab.
It's like
like,
some dude
person,
had
I
a
think.
case that he wasn't supposed to have, with
He had a
something in it,
case,
and
something in it.
Henry stumbled
He's
across
like-
him.
Yup. He walks into this cave and he's like, "Yo, like, do you need help? Are you okay?" And he's like, "Stay away! Get back! Get back!" He's like, "I'm not trying to hurt you. Like, I don't know what's going on." And he shoots him. Shoots the
Boom!
kid.
Right in the hand.
It's boom. Oh yeah, in his hand.
It's in his hand.
Right? And he feels it. Vecna is right behind his memory of him getting shot in the hand, and
Oh shit!
they both do the same reaction, and like Vecna's like kid self initial reaction was to grab the rock.
He just start beating the shit out of this kid,
Boom,
of this
boom,
dude, bro.
Boom, 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 kills him. Right?
Yeah.
That's traumatic for a little kid to
Then he-
kill somebody.
Kill a man, and then he opens the
Kill a man.
case.
He opens the case,
It's this little rock.
and with the womb,
It just
he
fills
picks
it
up-
in, bro.
the rock, and that rock was like, we don't really get a full explanation of what the
It's
rock
I think
is.
it's a piece of the mind flayer. I think it's just a
It's
rock
like a
piece of the mind flayer
It might
piece.
be his heart. It might be like
Something, yeah.
something.
'Cause that's
it's
what
the
starts
mind
calling
flayer
to him.
something, which goes into
The wound.
Henry's hand because it's cut open. He's bleeding. You know what I'm saying? It's open wound. Mind flayer goes inside. He becomes like
Part
the
of the
mind
mind flayer,
flayer.
yeah.
The mind flayer is him. He's the mind flayer. whole time. Y'all didn't even know
Well, no,
Vecna.
it's not. He's not the
It's like
mind flayer.
it
It's
becomes one.
he's like what's that called? He's like a vessel for the mind flayer, but
He's
it's
like
also
how
very
Willie
well.
was.
Yeah, but it's also established like it even when Will is like in Vecna's mind, and Vecna he's trying to basically like he sees what actually happened, and he knows like he wasn't Vecna Henry wasn't inherently bad.
Wasn't evil.
It was the mind flayer got into him, and Will's like, oh, that corrupted you. You never had a choice. This, that, and the other. But Henry's like, nah, he never forced me to do anything. This was a thing of like we're working together, and fuck you, leave me alone. I'm gonna keep being bad, which I'm glad. I'm glad they didn't spin Henry around and make him a good guy all of a sudden. I thought they were going to for a second there. I was like, bro,
I didn't
please don't
think
make
so.
him a good guy now. Don't do this after he's killed a bazillion people. Like
Yeah.
they did that.
Oh,
Will's like in his mind, literally like, yo, you can be a part of us. You can help us beat the mind flayer. Like you're not the mind flayer. The mind flayer is controlling you. Uh, come join us. Henry's like, fuck you, no. Jamie Campbell Bower's performance in these like the cave area when even when he's just walking in and he's like being weighed down by nothing, bro. He's like he feels like he's just like hobbling through that cave, and he's
right.
sweating. His eyes are all fucking big, and like his hair's all messed up, and
Right.
he finally is like on the ground, like leave me alone. Eyes are swelling up red and shit, bro.
Right.
Gnarly. Um, and what happens after that? Does he go? I'm trying to remember. He like pushes Will out of his head, and then does something after the kids. Like he does he go after the kid? I don't remember, bro. I'm
Well,
trying to remember what
we
happens
don't
after
really
that.
get to see much more of that. I don't think. I feel like where the kids are, they're all going through that little hole or whatever, where Max and um, Holly did originally. Was going through that little hole,
Which they
um,
wouldn't fit out
and then
of.
we went back
Derek wouldn't fit out
to
of specifically.
yeah.
Derek,
We went
that
back.
hole was like this big, bro. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way Derek is fitting in that. But he did. He did. So shout out him.
We didn't really get to see much more of that because of the fact that in the real world, the crew was trying to pull up. They're trying to get to
The layer.
Vecna or whatever. And as they're doing that, how does yeah,
Arms start falling down. The heart starts beating. You see the fangs come out. Man,
Mind Flayer
Mind Flayer is a
3.0
physical.
is back alive.
Why was he the easiest one for them to take out? The biggest version of him. I feel like they
actual,
they
like,
beat the shit out of him in like 30 seconds, bro. Like
literally.
once they
So
figured out how to, once they figured the idea of draw him away, and like the idea of they're one with Vecna. So if you hurt the Mind Flayer, it's gonna hurt Vecna and inherently help us with. Oh shit! 11 isn't even there yet in our conversation. 11 has to. She sees the rocks that are coming down from the abyss in the Upside Down and uses that to jump up into the abyss. But I guess we also forgot about Kali and that whole section.
oh
We
yeah.
just completely skipped over
We can
Kali.
we can blitz that real quick. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
blitz
that one
that.
was pretty quick.
So the military uses the sonic
The
shit.
military
They end up.
comes to the lab because
It's the Akers guy. The
they're figuring out
Yeah.
their plan. Yeah, and boom, right? They pull up to the lab. They're looking for everybody. They have the helicopter with the little sonic waves.
and they're
Stopping
making
them from
it.
using their powers.
Yeah.
And
They lost L.
Hopper ends up picking up 11. He runs into this room. Kylie's still there. He didn't grab both of them. I don't know why. Like
He
Kylie's,
can't,
like,
bro.
literally 4 foot.
She
He
is
can't.
4 feet tall, but like she
He
L.
probably weighs like
Not only
nothing.
was he trying to hold L, he was also trying to get out of there because if he tries to pick up Kylie, they're just gonna shoot him. Uh,
Yeah.
so they use Hopper takes L, hides her, then
To
goes
him.
back to get Kylie because L like he kind of feels
She
bad.
getting-
But then
yeah.
they get captured by Akers and his guys, right? So
and they tell him,
Hopper,
they're like,
yeah.
Where's 11?
Where's 11? Tell us or we're shooting this girl on the ground right now. And Hopper and Kylie kind of look at each other like, yeah, fuck it. We'll just do it. Just don't
Yeah,
tell
don't
him.
say
Don't
nothing.
say nothing. Yeah, don't say nothing. I'm fine with this resolution. Like, this is cool. And um, was the catalyst
As
for
that
that ending the Murray throwing the helicopter, the bomb on the
Murray
helicopter?
throws
Throws a grenade on the
the
helicopter. It
grenade
blows
on
the shit up.
helicopter, blows it up. 11 walks in the room.
snapping heads left and fucking right, just pop, 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 pop,
She's
pop.
beating everybody up. Grabs the guy that has the gun. As she does that, he shoots at the same time,
Yeah,
and then she uses his hand against him, aims it at his head.
yeah.
Made him shoot himself.
But then she looks
Brutal scene.
down, and Kylie got a big ass
Probably
shot
got
wound in her
got
stomach.
shot in the chest.
So
Yeah,
that was something. I will say it was
he was
satisfying
bleeding
seeing
out.
dude shoot himself in the head. It was very
Yeah, that was
satisfying.
actually that was brutal. That was crazy.
Elle is a fucking
But
psychopath in this season. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean they all are. So they're kidnapping
yeah,
people, stealing military equipment. They're doing all types of fucking awful shit in this season. Um,
so they try to revive her. They try to save her as she's bleeding out. Nothing. They
nope,
couldn't do it. They
can't do
couldn't
it.
save her.
So Elle is like,
She
well,
dies.
we're gonna have to figure this out. So I'm gonna have to make my way up there. So she starts hopping these rocks, like fucking force pushing herself up the rocks. These big ass fucking craters. She's jumping up. She jumps up them to get into the abyss, and then she finally shows up there. That's where we're at now, or that's where we were at, where they're fighting the mind flayer. The Elle shows
Bleeding,
up.
nasty bleeding
She
them or
jumps.
whatever.
Elle jumps into like the throat of this monster, which then
Yep.
takes her back to
It's like her
Vecna.
training.
It takes her back to Vecna in the little cave. So that's where
He's still in there.
so we
Tied
have
up, wrapped up to the
we
mind
have
flayer.
we have two scenes now. We got the mind flayer and the gang fighting it, and then we have Elle inside of the mind flayer fighting Vecna, or about to fight Vecna. Um,
So when she jumps in, she pulls Vecna off of his little
mhm.
thing that he's
Bitch, get
strapped
down
up
here.
to in the mind flayer. When she does that, the mind flayer starts breaking down because
It was
literally
kind of powering it.
using
Yeah.
Vecna as the power source. And once Vecna got detached, it was literally nothing.
Slowing down, yeah. So they're like, yo, we gotta draw this thing away so that we can like basically draw it to this mountain so that we can get on the mountain and hit it from above, because right now we're kind of at a disadvantage at how big it is. So they
Right.
use Nancy, as Nancy's like, I'm fine being bait, so she baits it. First of all, that's a dope ass scene. If the mind flare, the big ass mind flare behind her, and she's just this little
Yeah.
tiny fucking particle that's running in front of it. It shows how big
Right.
that thing actually is. But she draws it over to this thing, and they damn near solo this fucking thing, bro.
Yeah.
They have Jonathan on top of the flamethrower, which I'm shocked it took him 8 episodes to bring a flamethrower out. They take the flamethrower, burning the mind flare up. Steve and Dustin are underneath it, stabbing the bottom of it. They're all hitting it from every side, shooting flare guns at it, doing all that. And it's weakening. It's weakening the mind flare, and it's making it easier for 11 to fight Vecna, because it's also hurting Vecna.
Right.
And they're kind of going back and forth at it, just throwing each other and shit. And I guess I'll let you take it from here.
So when you're talking about where
I don't want to say you know what I'm talking about, man. The kind of climactic finish to
yeah, this is one of my least favorite parts.
yeah.
So boom, right? 11 gets in. She's like fighting Vecna, and she's like pushing Vecna because there's like little spikes in the little mind flayer's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So she's pushed him to the spike or whatever, and
As the mind
I
flare
remember-
gets taken out, because it's like as the mind flare hits the ground, his head hits the
Yeah.
ground. You see 11 do the final push, and then it's like, huh.
final push, and she's like, he's dead. Like, well, he's not dead.
He's not dead, but he's got a spike about
bleeding
3
so
inches
bad.
sticking out of his stomach, or his chest.
Yeah.
He is on this thing. He's bleeding out of his mouth. And my favorite shot is when he's on that spike and all of them like collapse on the inside of it. And it's just like
Yeah.
him publicly executed in front of a bunch of children with like
Yeah, all the kids get pulled out, and
like
they're just all
spikes in his
watching.
stomach. Yeah, they're pulling the kids out of this thing. They're watching him like cough and bleed out of his mouth. And fucking Joyce pulls up
Guess
with the
what?
most dull axe
Mhm.
ever. Joyce pulls up with the most dull axe ever, and it's like, fuck you, you bastard. Basically, like, you've caused so much pain, and like every time she swipes, she's just swinging the axe. First thing Joyce has gotten to do all season, swinging the axe, and
Yeah.
it's showing the trauma of like her losing, like being taken, Jonathan seeing Will being possessed, Dustin seeing Eddie be taken, Max is seeing Billy, or well, Max isn't there, but if she was, she'd see Billy. All this shit's going on, and she's just
Right.
bah, bah. She hits him like 11 times before his fucking head falls off. Um, and then boom, we got the
That's
end
it.
of Vecna.
With Vecna.
Although
He's dead.
that's so. Here's where I start bitching. This is where the bitching's gonna pick up because
We're gonna come back.
it's all fucking stupid from here. Yeah. So they kill Vecna. I thought for a fact that was gonna be a thing of, like when the kids came out and like the mind flare particles. The mind flare should be dead. So this mind flare particles coming out was like, oh shit, is it gonna go back to Henry? Is like it's gonna restore him so that we have one final stage of this boss fight? Nope, they're dead. It's just dead.
Particles is just the particles.
The particles just go off into nowhere, just somewhere up there.
Somewhere in the sky.
Somewhere up there. That's hey, oh my god, bro. From here, it kind of loses me. Like, after that, they're Hopper's still up on the thing, and like Dustin finally gets into communication. It's like, yo, whole party made it out, including Elle. Go ahead and set this bitch up. We're in the Upside Down, ready to go. Like they got back from the abyss, all that. They're back in the Upside Down. Like, yo, let's go. Murray puts the needle drop. We get a Prince song playing, and then they leave.
Back into the
They're driving out. This is what blows my mind. All this planning, and they did not account for the fact that they did just blow through a military base, and that those people were not just going to let that shit fly. Like, they got out and had no plan once the military showed up. They drove out of that thing, got tires spiked, and then was just like, well, I guess we're cooked here. There's nothing we're going to do about this. Like, Mike's yelling like, yo, we got kids. They are pulling kids out of here. Like, this is kind of crazy to do to kids. But then we get the big thing of Elle. You see the portal. The portal. Yeah, she helped everybody get out, but she's standing at the portal with her hands down. Everything is literally we at this point we've seen the Upside Down literally fucking exploding. We've seen the Wheeler's house explode. We've seen the lab explode. We've seen everything. The high school explode in the Upside Down. All this is gone. Like, it's just in the abyss, or not in the abyss, in the like space, and it's all flying behind her, and she's just standing there aura farming in front of the portal, and it's as emotional as everybody's gonna say. Like, Mike and them are screaming, Dustin's screaming. They're all like, no, don't fucking do it, don't do it. So now, I guess since we're here, do you think 11 is actually dead?
Yes.
What'd you say? It didn't. It just cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think she's dead?
Yeah, I think she's dead, and I think that Mike's story is just really just like a
copium. Some copium. I think so too.
Story, I think they did it like that just because if they, for some reason, did come back in later
20 years
with another season,
yeah,
then they could be like, yeah, this
where's
is
Elle? We gotta find Elle. We gotta find Elle. Where's Elle at? I think the only thing keeping me from saying that she did die, the Sonic shit was not working on her. So how would she, or if the Sonic shit was like the Sonic stuff was there and it was going, so it should have stopped her from being able to communicate with Mike like that. She wasn't bleeding from the nose when she got out of that thing with Mike, which normally she'll bleed from the nose if she uses her powers. And how would Mike know about Kali being in there in the lab dying? Like, that seems like something that she would have, like, she would have been able to know that she got shot. They never said nothing about it. She got shot and she's bleeding out, this and the other. Those are the only things keeping me from really thinking she's dead. But at the same time, she's probably dead. Like, she did just vanish. She didn't like get sucked away with it. She just literally just disappeared. So for all we know, Kali.
Yeah, she could be alive.
I saw a theory that Kali wasn't dead. That like Kali faked her death as well. But I don't know why you would do that. That doesn't make sense. You have to like. I'm not gonna say you have to kill somebody, but the one character you did kill, faking her death, is kind of crazy.
Right.
But yeah, so 11 talks to Mike in this, like, in her mind. She gets to him and is like, this is the last goodbye type of thing, where she's telling, hey, tell the group what happened, all this, that, and the other. and then boom, 11 is dead. That's it.
That's
Lemon just
it.
gets swooped
The time
away,
skip.
and then and then swooped away. Time skip is where Luke. Though this is what pisses me off. I love the epilogue. I love that everybody gets their happily ever afters. Mike is the storyteller. He's going through a fucking 18-year-old midlife crisis. He's got that fuck ass side part. And he's a writer. They're graduating. All this happy stuff.
Right.
18 months later, Robin is on the squawk, giving you a recap just like she did at the start.
Right.
And they're graduating. Mike is still being heard about Elle. Hopper is like basically they're like Hopper and Joyce are together. Jonathan's off at school. Will's graduating. Right. They're kind of like a little family now. Max and Lucas. Yeah, Max and Lucas are together. The kids are graduating. Dustin does what Eddie said he was going to do at graduation. Snatch the diploma, flip off the principal, Hellfire Club shirt. All that stuff. It's kind of a nice little ending.
Hold on.
It's kind of a nice little ending.
You know what the best ending part of the ending is?
What?
Find out that Ted Willer is still alive.
Oh, right.
He was at the graduation.
I thought the Duffers started. I started to think the Duffers forgot about his ass because the kids forgot about him. Right. I was like, they show Karen and then it's like, oh, Ted's still there. Hey, shout out Ted. He's like, Karen. Ted, they made even when Karen like walked the demo dogs down. They didn't mention Ted once. Not even that he was there. Mike didn't even ask. They don't give a shit.
Dad, okay, nope.
It's just he's
Dad who?
Dad who? But yeah, at the graduation we get everybody's together. Derek and Holly are sitting next to each other. Karen and Ted and Robin's there. Steve's there. Murray's there. Mr. Clark is there.
Baseball coach.
Everybody. Steve is a baseball coach of the kids. Like Derek's on that team. Thomas is on the kid. All the boys from that group are on that team. What else? Nancy's she was at school, but she dropped out to be she's working at a newspaper company. Jonathan's at NYU, or his dream school, studying film. Steve's living in Hawkins. He looks like a 40-year-old man, but he's 26 or whatever he is. He's probably like 24 in that episode. Like they're barely older than us in that, but they all look like they're in their late 20s, like middle-aged people, bro. Robin, what's Robin doing? She's at school.
Robin, she's doing her little news thing. Or a podcast thing, or
because she said, remember but she said at the beginning, she was like, Fast Hands Jimmy gave me because the guy who originally did it came back, and they said that Fast Hands Jimmy just let her do it for the day to like reminisce a little bit, because she even said she forgot how to do it. I think she just went to school, but like they basically come to this thing of, we're gonna meet up at Robin's crazy uncle in Philly's house every month. Because otherwise we're never going to see each other. You know that's not going to happen, by the way. That's exactly how old adults are, bro. They're like, yo, we need to keep in touch, and then you go 2 years without saying anything to each other. It's like, oh, well, there goes that. And
do you think that Robin and Vicky still together?
Nah, because she had that line where she was like, nothing is going to keep us apart, even overbearing significant others. And I'm like, okay, that has to be a hint of where Vicky is now, which kind of sucks. I like Vicky. But so Robin's with that. Steve's the dad of Hawkins now. Dustin's going off to school. Will's going off to school. They show Will at a gay bar, so shout out him. Still got a fuck ass haircut. Lucas is... What's Lucas doing? Is he off in school too, I think?
Lucas with Max.
Yeah, but off in school. I'm assuming they went to school or something. But
I don't think
they don't ever said it. Yeah, they're just like they went happily ever after, whatever.
They finally went to the movie date that they
I guess we forgot. Dustin gets invited to a party by the girl who rejected him in season 2, because he did do some cool shit. He did do some cool shit. That is cool.
When he did that anything.
And Mike is like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna go play D&D. So they all go play D&D in the basement one last time. And that's where Mike is telling the stories of, or like they're playing this campaign. And they have a mage that comes back last second to save the day, which is then when he tells the story about all of them, and then the mage ends up being like a metaphor for 11, and he tells her story of like oh, Kali set an illusion and 11 snuck away with Yeah, she said it was an invisibility illusion. When has Kali been able to like attach that onto somebody? Like we've seen her
Right.
do a invisibility where like she's there holding the wall
The
up or
wall.
something, but we've never seen her like touch 11 and be like, "Oh, you're invisible now. Like nobody can see you."
You're
Like
invisible.
so that's
Right.
kind of us also a thing is like, I don't know. I don't know how accurate that
It
is,
might be
but
cap.
Callie supposedly faked her death and or not faked her death, fake 11's death for her. Let 11 escape and 11's off somewhere with 2 waterfalls. Not 3, but 2, so close enough.
Right.
And that's kind of like the end of the epilogue, really. They walk upstairs. They're all walking up together, kind of sad. It was kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. Them
Was
putting their
sad.
books on the shelf for the last time, and they're all
Yeah.
walking up. Mike turns around.
And all
Holly
the
and them
kids come
run
down.
down, and they're all at the
Derek and them
table.
and Holly, they come down. They start playing their own D&D.
There's it's
think they're
Mike's
smart.
smiling. Mike is smiling. He turns, shuts the door, and that's the end.
That's the
So, what's your
What's your thoughts? What was your what?
my
You
bitchin'?
said you was gonna come back to
Okay.
something about Will at the end. What was it?
Oh, Will. So Vecna said he was going to use Will's stuff against him, right? But Will wasn't even
Yeah.
there. Will was not a part of that. Will wasn't even a part of the battle, really. Like he was outside fighting the Mind Flayer. That has no. It's not like he's in there fighting fucking Vecna. I thought the whole time it was going to come back to Vecna ends up flipping it on Will while he's in his head and ends up taking control of Will and then doing some shit. But that just never paid off. It just never paid off.
Bro, that when 11 got shot in the Hawkins lab, I thought she was actually gonna die there, and I thought Will was gonna be the one to have to step up and kill Vecna.
That would be cool.
And I thought that's why his purpose was gonna be even more meaningful, and I thought that's why he was even there in the first place, is to be that soldier that they didn't have, because 11 was all the way over there, and
Yeah.
Will was all the way over here. I thought he was gonna be that one to tap into that.
Yeah, that I mean that would have been
I
cool.
feel like he just got put to the side.
I think the only problem with that is you can't kill your main character halfway through the finale. Like that would have to be a thing you do at the end, like a big, like maybe.
I mean, they technically did.
Even if
Kill it halfway
no,
through the
I
finale.
think it would have been like your thing
Because
would have been
Vecna
cool.
died halfway through the finale.
Yeah, but Vecna's the big. Well, that's also he didn't die half. He died.
And then she died.
It was the end of that
right
story,
after that, and
though.
There was still an hour left before.
But that was the
after 11
epilogue.
was dead.
That whole thing was an
Yeah.
epilogue. It was a long ass fucking epilogue.
Yeah.
But I think
It was long.
if Elle gets killed by Vecna somewhere in that fight, not only do the stakes raise because we're like, oh shit, Vecna's actually killing motherfuckers now. Like Vecna is strong enough to beat 11. Now Will comes in and is like having to do something with that. I don't know where you go with that, but if you have Will save the day, that I like that idea. But I think my biggest
Would've
pet
been
peeve was,
different,
bro,
unexpected.
they breezed over so much that happened in that 18 months. Where we end off, the military still has all the kids, all Dustin, all of them.
Everybody locked up.
It
tied
just
up,
cuts to 18 months later. Military's
and they're all
gone.
living their lives.
They're all happily ever after. The rifts have all sealed up or whatever. The
And we didn't know
fucking
if they got arrested. They got
no,
tried. Oh,
like
Hopper's the chief again.
Hopper's
Right after
Hopper
all that.
killed 20 dudes from the military and is the chief of police in Hawkins again. I don't, bro. I think what would have been my favorite thing, or like what I would have done is I think. Hold on, talk real quick. I just want to make sure you're still.
Yep.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, I was just making sure that the audio was still good. I think if Elle is standing at the thing, right, and
Mhm.
I think it would have been better if the way she dies is killing all the military people, like using force fields to like basically using all the powers that she has left so much to the point that it kills her, using force like putting force fields around
Yeah.
Mike and them to protect them, snapping people's necks, takes Dr. K with her. At least that wraps up. Dr. K's dead, so you don't have to worry about her. All the military people are dead, so the point of the only people that survived that encounter are her gang. So that's like there's
Right.
no military to get them. And Dr. K is just out there somewhere. Like they don't kill her. They don't like give us any closure with her. She didn't do anything in the season. She's just there. And Elle didn't even kill her in the end. So you didn't even kill the thing that you were like when Callie and Elle were talking. Elle even said we just got to kill K, right? They didn't even do that. As long as K's out there, she's still experimenting on people. It's just she's not going to be experimenting on you guys because they don't have their blood. Like, I think if they did something where Elle kills Dr. K and the way she dies is like she overuses her powers and we get to see one
Right.
big last surge from 11 of like knocking everything out, it would have been more badass to see Elle go out like that. But also that kind of wraps up the military, that wraps up the I guess consequences from everything that the gang has done in this season, which
Right.
has been a lot of felonies. There's a lot of bad things that they've been doing. They've stole benzos, they've kidnapped people, they've stolen military vehicles,
Drug
they
people.
broke into military bases, they've drugged people. They have done so much bad shit in this season, bro. And it just all gets swept under the rug. The only thing I could think of is because that military group was, I don't think it was an official I think it was like Dr. K doing some sus shit, like some sneaky shit
Hawkins
underneath
Lab
the
type
military, like some secret service shit or secret operation shit. And it's the thing of, well, if you guys snitch on us, we're gonna get in trouble too. So let's just keep it shush, and we won't snitch on y'all if you don't snitch on us. And that's how they live
Right.
all happily ever after. But that's so lame. Kill them all. Fuck them. Kill
Right.
Dr. K. I don't want to see her. If I could, yeah. But the epilogue is
Probably
cool.
Come back if they ever did like a reboot. And
And she'd be fucking 70 at that point, because
Yeah.
they're gonna do far enough in the future where like they're adults now, and
right.
Dr. K is already what 60 in this season. Like
Right.
she's gonna be fucking 80 hunting down 11. Like, oh man. So what was your thoughts, man, overall?
Overall, I'm gonna give my last take. I believe that the ending. I just feel like the main thing I didn't like was the fight. The big fight was
Yeah.
so short. Like I feel like they should have put more into it. Like literally the build up. We've been building this
For
scene up
5
since-
seasons,
For 5 seasons, and you tell me he dies in a minute and a
bro.
half.
It took them. It was harder for them to beat the Mind Flayer in season 3. Like,
Right.
and that's a lower version of the Mind Flayer. Like, it should have been.
Exactly.
If they did something like, first of all, also there were no Demogorgons or Demodogs or anything like that in the finale.
Demo bats.
Nothing, not even bats. Like, I think my explanation for that, I don't really find that as much of an issue as I wish there were more Demogorgons, because that's kind of the big, even if Vecna's the big bad, Demogorgons have been the through line in terms of
First
bad
villain
guys.
that we
Like,
thought.
yeah, so if there would have been some, that would have been great. But at the same time, I'm not worried about it, because I'm assuming having Demogorgons and Demodogs running around would just hurt Vecna, and I'm assuming he knows that, because if they're killing Demogorgons, it's gonna hurt him eventually. Like, it's still connected to him, so it's gonna, if they're killing a bunch
Right.
of Demogorgons, it's gonna hurt Vecna. So I'm assuming the point of them not being there is he knows that, and they're all in the Mind Flayer. I'm assuming all those Demogorgons and Demodogs are a part of that big Mind Flayer physical, because
Right.
it's physical. It's not like a mist. It's like a physical creature. So
Right.
that's the only thing I could think of. But the Duffers even said in an interview, they got asked that question. They're like, they're there somewhere. What the fuck kind of answer is that?
Somewhere he didn't know he was getting ambushed.
He didn't know.
Like-
The guy who reads minds can't see that he is getting ambushed.
Like
He goes into their minds all the fucking time. You're telling me he didn't see that in anybody's plans?
right. That was their plan to begin with. You tell me when you read 11 Mind, you didn't see that part.
That's what I'm saying. You were in his mind, like you were in her mind, and the guy who can read minds and has been able to read minds just didn't see the ambush. It doesn't make sense. It's no, and
I
like
think they forgot about that part.
they just used it in the same episode. How did they forget about it?
I think they just forgot because like they just answering questions that I feel like they didn't really.
I
feel like
think-
they should be answering questions right now.
I think yeah, they should be fucking keeping their mouth shut. I think the if they made it a 2-stage fight where there's 2 stages going on where it's the Mind Flayer and Vecna, but if they made it a thing of 11 is there to take out the Mind Flayer, which then weakens the Vecna to the point where they can beat him, at least it lasts longer, bro. Cut 5 minutes from the epilogue and give us a little bit more of that fight. Like, give us like Vecna comes back to life for somehow. Like, you're telling me this stronger version of Vecna was taken out easier than the version that they fought last season,
right.
which they just shot him and set him on fire. And
Right.
now he's like, this Mind Flayer gets taken out in a minute and a half, and then Vecna is dead. Like, there's no, it felt like it built up to nothing, or like it like kind of flopped. So I don't know, man. I don't know,
I,
man. I'm iffy on it. I think it's there was a lot of this season ended up being let's sit in a room and talk and make plans.
yeah,
There was a lot of people finishing each other's sentences. Uh,
everything just went right
well, I see. I was thinking the same
end
thing
wise.
until the finale. Then everything started going wrong. Like they didn't line up the tower. They Max and them got discovered. Hopper they got pulled out of the tank, so they fucked that up. Like everything was going wrong until the very end, and then everything just went right. Everything just all of a sudden started going right again.
Everything just perfect.
Yeah, nobody. If they, bro, I even think I would have been more receptive to it if the mind flare killed somebody. Like, show us that this thing is an actual fucking danger. Like,
You know what I'm thinking?
he didn't he didn't do anything. We were worried about him, and
You
they
know what
took
I'm
him out
thinking, bro?
so quick. What's up?
Them going into their them going into Henry's mind and like saving the kids. They didn't really get to save the kids. Low key didn't do as much as they thought. Like I feel like they could have just sent 11 in there to jump in there to begin with and did what she did and pull Henry all like a detached Henry like she did. I feel like they would have got the same results. I feel like that the whole getting into Henry's mind was almost pointless
Yeah.
because the kids didn't get out them. They didn't escape themselves. They still had to save the kids when they went inside it.
Well, yeah, but they
When
I
they
think
went
that's
inside the mind
they
flare.
went in there because
When she went inside the mind flare,
oh,
and
you're
she
talking
jumped
about
inside of him.
well, yeah, because she
Like when
can't
she
save the
jumped inside of
kids
him,
until
she
Vecna's
had to
dead.
defeat
But
Vecna, but still she went in there. She pulled Vecna out. That killed mind flare, and then she killed Vecna. Like they could have basically just skipped that whole part and had her did that from the beginning, if that's how it was gonna
yeah,
be. That's how easy
well,
it was
I
gonna
think
be.
the reason it was so easy for her was because they were that was kind of the thing is they beat the mind flare up so bad that it was like really affecting Vecna, and that's how because even when it's cutting back and forth between the Mind Flare fight and Vecna, you can see every time they hit him with something, they hit Vecna or the Mind Flare with something, it's like Vecna's straining, like it's fucking him up bad. So that's kind of why you do it. But again, it's like there was no stakes, nobody cared. Like these characters aren't gonna die. These characters like this Mind Flare, they're gonna beat it in quick time, and then Vecna's dead. Like there's no, I don't know, bro. I felt like they were building up just for it to be like kind of anticlimactic at the end. They I feel like they could have done a little bit better with like making it feel like they were actually a threat because they say it's a
Right.
threat. They repeat it throughout the whole season. They keep saying, "Oh, we're all gonna die. He's gonna kill everybody," but nobody dies and he doesn't kill anybody. And it's just I don't know, bro. It's kind of flat for me, bro.
Yeah.
I just kind of fell flat. The epilogue saved it in a little ways because at least it's like we get the happy endings for everybody, and we get to see like what happens to them. But like,
It was
ah man, there is one theory I wanted to bring up
what's
before
your
we
theory?
because I will have to be ending this here in a second because I got to go eat.
Yeah.
But um,
Me too.
I saw a theory that Vecna actually won, and that all this stuff at the end is like one big vision that Vecna has him in. Like imagine the world's actually ended up imploding, and the way you would keep everybody in line is have them vision this perfect city, this perfect world, and
Right.
this perfect everything. So what if this is all just a vision in Vecna's head uh, that is keeping everybody content and not fighting back because he knows that if Mike and them know that he's still alive, they're not going to stop until he's fucking dead. So
Wow.
it could be a thing, but I mean, it's just that's just like a random
Super
fan
theory.
theory I saw. Yeah, like it was.
Yeah.
I watched a video on it, and he went into better detail on it. Like there was more. There was more than just that. But like, I don't remember everything that was a part of it. Um, oh man, Mike did see the. I low key thought when they were at the graduation and the like speakers started ringing and he saw the Sonic thing. I was like, oh, are they gonna like show us what actually happened
Bring
to
it
L?
back.
Like, what's going on,
Yeah.
man? Like, is this a
That's just
vision?
what
Is this a
it
vision?
made me
Like,
ding to him
yeah, I
of
don't know,
what
man. So, okay, overall, how would you rank Stranger Things seasons? Before we go, I guess we've kind
in
of
order,
both,
best to worst.
yeah, best to worst in
Let
order.
me look it up. Stranger Things seasons cover. Let me look at the covers. I know exactly how I'm gonna do it. All right. So So how I'm gonna rank it? I'm gonna do a little bit different than usually people will probably do. Usually people will be like season 1 is their favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do season 4 is my favorite.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do 4, then 1, then 3. Or wait. 3. Yeah, I'm gonna do 3, then 5, then 2.
I think that's close to mine, pretty much. I think 4 is my favorite, strictly because of how much they leaned into the horror. But 1 is close because 1 is such a perfect, like 1 is such a perfect.
Way to open it.
It's like a not only just open it. If you just take season 1 by itself and nothing else ever happens with Stranger Things, that's a phenomenal TV show. Like the one season of a mystery of this kid that goes missing, but there's also this kid who's like an ET that they're trying to figure out where they came from, and like everything is wrapped up by the end. It's a good season of TV, bro. Like, but then they started like pulling shit out of their ass and doing the new seasons and stuff. But season 2 is probably my least favorite for sure. And
I feel like it was.
I'm tied on season 3 and 5. Season 3, I feel like has more charm, and I like Robin more, and I like the Scoops Troop, and I don't really like the Russian shit. I don't really like the Russian shit, but
Hopper sacrificed in that season 2.
Hopper sacrifices what? Dead. He didn't sacrifice nothing. He didn't die.
We thought we was dead until season 4.
Yeah, you would have. I would have thought that if they didn't post a trailer showing he was alive a year and a half before season 4 came out. Because they posted that trailer showing he was alive in Russia for like over a year before season 4 came out. So it's like there's no suspense. We know that he's alive. Like if they would have kept it to the end of season 3 where they're like, oh, we got an American prisoner in this Russian that got captured or whatever. That's the perfect tease of him still being alive. You don't need to post.
They could have just not even teased it at all. They should have just.
But at least you know they're going to. You know they're going to. They're going to have to tease it. It's a thing of keeping it. You want to come back for the next season.
Max.
They
come back alive.
Yeah, they did. She didn't die.
In the trailers.
She didn't. Oh well, no. But I'm saying like that's also.
Lucas holding her body.
Yeah, that's also.
I thought Lucas was going to die.
I knew Lucas wasn't going to die when Ted Wheeler didn't die. If you're too pussy to kill Ted Wheeler, you're too pussy to kill anybody else in the cast.
No, for real.
But yeah, that set the tone. Like season 5 has I'm so cynical towards it right now because I hated the way it ended. Probably 4. For the same as you. I think 5 is actually. I probably say. Did you say 3 was 3 or 3 was 4?
I said 4, 1, 3, 5, 2.
4, 1, 3, 5, 2. That's probably mine
5
too.
And 3 can be like
interchangeable. Yeah, I think that's probably the same. I think season 2 is just such a rehash of season 1, and there's not as much mystery to it. Season 3 is a fun event. Like I like a lot of it. I just don't like the Russian shit. Season 4, the only thing keeping me from really like season 4 is by far my favorite is all the Russian shit. Fucking hate the Russian shit. It's so goddamn boring, and it drags on for so goddamn long in season 4. Like if they would, and I think I would have even liked it more if we didn't know Hopper was alive. Because if Hopper was, if it was a thing of, oh, we don't even know if Joyce is actually, if this is all just like a failed, this is a thing of Joyce is like trying, like is so desperate to find Hopper that she's going not even knowing if he's actually alive. But we all know he's alive, so it's like there's no tension to it. So I don't know. I still think season 4 is my favorite.
If they would have like retconned it like after they found him, actually seen him, and he tells his story like, okay, what actually happened to him? I feel like that would have been way better.
But anyway, season 4 probably my favorite. Season 1's really good, and then it's like 3, 5. I'm gonna say 3, 5, 2 because I'm cynical towards 5 right now because of the Vecna ending. Like Vecna's end, kind of like the way Vecna died and like how he got beat kind of ruined Vecna for me. Like he seemed scarier in season 4 when he was like, we didn't know what could hurt this thing. Will couldn't tap into his mind and just fucking control him all of a sudden. Oh, I forgot. That's how. Isn't that how part of Will did tap into Vecna? Didn't he like rip his arms off? Like before he got impaled, like it was a thing of his arm was or like his leg got ripped off or something. His arm got ripped off and then he got pushed back. Because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I thought Will tapped into Vecna right there. But also, how did Will not get hurt? How is Will not getting hurt by all this shit happening? Like Vecna dying.
They didn't even explain it. Like
They
he was feeling all the pain before, and now he's just like, oh,
well,
he's good now.
you wanna they explained it in that interview, that same interview where they said they're out there somewhere with the demo. Bro, they said that
What they say?
we didn't actually show Will when all that was happening. And once they cut, that's the stupidest excuse you could have made up for that. They said
Off
that
screen, he was getting hurt though.
he was off screen getting hurt, but we didn't show any of it. But it happened. We promise. We promise it happened. And then they said that when Joyce cut, or once the Mind Flayer got killed, that severed his connection to Will. So Will wasn't feeling no pain when Vecna died, but he was feeling pain when Mind Flayer was getting killed. But
And wasn't
Will,
the Mind Flayer like?
I don't know, man.
Not beating beforehand.
I don't fucking know, bro.
After and then
there's so much stuff that if you think about it too hard, it doesn't make sense. But
the kids have Mind Flayer stuff coming out their mouth. So is the Mind Flayer really dead?
I don't know, man. They don't answer none of it. They leave so much up in the air, bro. Like so much up in the air, and they don't answer a lot of that shit. I will say though, I do like that Steve and Dustin still end up going on their little summer road trips together.
Yeah.
So at least there's that. But yeah, overall it was okay. I think
it was alright.
If it wasn't for the first half of episode 1, and like the last 2 episodes, season 5 would be great. But yeah, the first half of episode 1 where it's all recapping and they're all like talking over each other, all that, and then the last like the way Vecna ends and the Mind Flayer gets defeated, like it just felt so lame. Just so lame, bro. They fucking, man. But yeah, it's okay, bro. I'm gonna rewatch them soon. Now that everything's done, I'm gonna rewatch it and go through it, and see maybe I like season 2 more. Maybe season 3 doesn't work as well because of how we know Vecna fucking dies. But shout out Jamie Campbell Ballard, bro. I hope he's in more stuff. Cooked. I want to see him in more like.
He's in a couple other movies.
Yeah, but he's not. I want to see him as like a main character. Let him cook for a whole movie, because he's the best part of this season, bro. I loved every scene that he was in.
He made Vecna one of my favorite characters, bro. Like
I still don't like the name Vecna. I don't think the name Vecna rolls off the tongue. I think the name Henry. I like the word. I like Henry more, but Henry's not as scary as Vecna. I think I like the design of Vecna more this season. Like the spikes, and he's skinnier. He's got the waist trainer on.
Way better.
But I do kind of like how goofy season 4 Vecna was. He looked like he had the Grinch belly out. Like he had the beer belly and like all that. So he was a little scarier because he looked a little more unsettling. But also, at the beginning of like when he gets introduced in season 5, he's tanking fucking military weapons and like guns and fire and all this. And he's supposed to look like this badass, but then he gets
pushing back the flamethrower.
He literally throws it. They throw a flamethrower and he turns it into a fireball and throws it back at him, bro. And he doesn't do none of that shit. Nothing nearly as cool as that the rest of the season.
Even touch him.
Doesn't do anything close to that the rest of the season. Like
at all.
Not even close. The closest thing we get to that is like I don't know. He doesn't do anything like that. He doesn't do anything cool like that anymore.
You don't get another scene like that.
But all right, man. I'm gonna say overall probably like I rate the season like a 6 out of 10. Like a 6.5 maybe.
I'm doing the same thing, 6 out of 10, 6.5.
Maybe when I watch the full show, I'll like it a little more. But
yeah, I'm gonna start from the beginning and see what I think.
It wasn't like I don't think it was as bad as like people were saying it was. Like I think people were throwing it up there with Game of Thrones ending, which Game of Thrones ending is like notoriously awful. But it's not the worst ending ever, and I think the ending itself is fine. I just think the season as a whole was a little weak. Like I just think they
didn't come as hard as they should have, bro. Like the ending is fine, but the whole build up
to
the
battle and stuff
is what I feel like most people would agree upon is not what they were hoping for. Like Vecna should have never lost that fast, and Mind Flayer should have never been lost that fast. Like that doesn't even make sense to me.
And I'm not one that's like we need to kill people. Like you need to kill somebody. But Stranger Things is like known for killing people that are like it's an important part of the story, like using a death as like a integral plot story pushing moment. And there was no type of.
They didn't do that
They didn't do that for anybody. Like Callie, nobody.
for
You're
this
telling
season.
me you killed Callie, but Callie is the person that everybody was okay with dying. Like you ask
Right.
any Stranger Things fan, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, Callie's fine. I don't care. She can die. This is what it is." Well, like you didn't kill
Right.
anybody important to the story. And 11, the one person that you did kill that's important to the story, you left it ambiguous, so we don't actually know if she did die or not. So
It's
it's
kind of
like,
like a
man,
retcon to the first season where she did the exact same thing,
which it
or
is kind of
in a
cool.
similar
I
sense,
do kind of like that though. That how it
where
kind
she
of
just
comes full circle,
disappears,
and Mike is like,
and then she
"Where
does
is
the
she
same
going?" Yeah.
disappearing. Yeah.
Well, all right, Brody. Well, I appreciate you chatting it up,
Yes, sir.
and I
Yes,
could
sir.
rant a little bit about this shitty ass ending. But
Are we gonna watch the cartoon when that drop?
I don't know because maybe the spinoff is supposed to, like, they said that the spinoff is tied into that rock that Henry had, and that like
Yep.
that's the point. The only reason I'm iffy on the animated thing is because season 2 and 3 for the longest were like my least favorite seasons,
And they said it's not canon.
and it's not canon.
They said it's not canon to the story, to the main story.
Why are they doing it then?
And I don't get it. I don't know.
What's the point of
That's
it?
the
If
thing that
it,
it said.
it's
They
the
said it
whole
was
point of
not
like
canon.
the thing that I was like, okay, maybe I will watch it is because it's supposed to be a thing that takes place in between 2 and 3, as like
Right.
a summer tales type of thing. But if it didn't actually happen,
Maybe they're saying that because they don't want to mess up the story like they've been doing. Like
are
they
we?
don't wanna,
Or did
like,
we? Wait, did they
retcon
actually? I
stuff
didn't
on.
hear nothing about that not being canon.
I seen it on Twitter, bro.
It's Tales from 84.
Yeah, I think so.
Tales from 85 canon. Yeah, it is. It says it's canon.
For real?
Yeah, it's supposed to take place between 2 and 3. Um, it takes place. Yeah, it takes place in between 2 and 3, which is like not very. Why don't they give us season
Not the-
between season 4 and 5? The 18-month time jump. Like,
Right.
why don't we get something that we were actually
What's
curious
explaining all
about?
that?
Like that we were actually curious about answering questions. Like I don't care about what happened between 2 and 3. I don't even remember what happened
Right.
between 2 and 3. Didn't 2 end with
I want more of
who died? Who? What was the thing in season 2?
season 2 was Will coming back.
I know
and
that.
He's like feeling the mind flare on his neck.
He got the
and he's
goosies.
like,
But what was
and
the?
he turns in. Remember, he's like
Yeah, he's
turns
screaming
into
and
the mind flare,
shaking.
They throw him in the bath.
They
like,
throw him in the
pretty much-
sauna.
Yeah, the sauna.
But what? Who was like the final? What was the final fight in that season?
It was the mind flare. It was
Was it a different
it was
version? Because the
Will,
Mind Flayer was
remember? 'Cause
season
Will
3.
it was the Demodogs. It was Will, because Will was like being possessed by the mind flare the whole season.
But Will, I thought they
And they
got
were
that
like-
out of him because he was strapped up in a chair the whole season. Like he was strapped up in the sauna with the bag
Yeah, they
over his
got it.
head.
They got out of him at the end of the season, where they like burn him and they're like.
I really need to watch season 2 again, bro. I don't remember shit that happened from it besides.
That's when they got it out of his mouth because it was in his mouth. Remember? 'Cause
Yeah.
something went into his mouth and they finally got it out of his mouth.
The Mind
And
Flayer.
that was the end of that. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the mind flare.
I'm gonna have to
and-
rewatch it because I don't remember
Remember,
shit that
he
happens.
was like at the end of the episode or end of the season, he was coughing up in the thing, like the little
That was the end of season 1
thing
though.
that was.
Because because at the end of season 1 we think that he made it out and everything, and we thought that we saved him from the upside down. But then he goes in the bathroom. I remember he spits up the thing at the end of season 1, which then ends up being like the catalyst for the Demodogs, because that was like the tadpole that he spit up. Like he had spit up a tadpole from the upside down, and then it turned into
That was. I thought
and
that
then
was season 3
Nah.
because I remember.
because season 3 started with they were that was Mike and Elle were actually together, and season 2 is Elle was hiding in the cabin with Hopper.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch everything.
Yeah, I need to rewatch season 2 really bad. I remember a lot of season 3 and 4, but season 1 and
4.
2 are just like kind of blank for me, bro.
I rewatched
So-
season 1 more recent. Season 2, I do not remember. I remember them.
I didn't-
wearing the
well,
Ghostbuster outfit.
I remember that and
And
Max
that's when
and
Max
stuff.
got introduced. Yeah.
And Billy kind of ended up being the main bad of season 3, but also the
Season
Mind
3.
Flayer. What the fuck was? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to rewatch because I think the last time I watched it was I didn't watch any Stranger Things until season 4 came out. Like I caught up to Stranger Things in between volumes 1 and 2 of season 4 because I was always like against
season-
it. Like I was always
Yeah.
like it's just hyped up. I ain't gonna watch it. But then I seen all the stuff that was cool happening in season 4. I was like, I'm gonna have to watch it. So then I binged all of it. I binged all of it in the span of like 2 weeks, and then I got to watch volume 2 when it like actually was coming out. So like that was kind of cool.
Same. I
Um,
was late to it as well.
yeah, I was very late to Stranger Things, but it was because like fuck, I didn't care about none of that shit. Oh,
Right.
I'm too cool for Stranger Things, bro. But nah, all
Right.
right, man. Well, I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta go eat. But I
All
appreciate you
right. I
coming.
appreciate you, bro.
Check out bro's channel.
Yes,
And
sir.
I guess we got to do some more stuff like this with other stuff.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to think. I don't know. My next video is probably I'm working on like some horror stuff, bro. Bro. My channel is just a horror channel at this point. Like that's kind of what it's
Yep.
become. It's nothing but scary shit. So, because I was about to start talking about comics, but I feel like comics I don't have as much to say about. So it's kind of ended up just being me talk about fucking movies that I like and like horror movies and shit. So yeah, that's kind of I'm working on a Salem's Lot video right now. I'm watching read the book, watching all the movies, gonna go through it all. So that's in the works. Bro, I guess before you go, I'm gonna show you my next one, my next video I'm working on. So I got this book. I'm gonna stop the recording here in a second. Actually, let me just wrap this up. Appreciate y'all for watching. Come back eventually. I'm gonna post again. I've been missing, but I'll post again. Hopefully this week, next week. Check out Hattie Reality's channel.
Yes, sir.
I would say check out his streams, but the fucker don't stream no more. So
GG's.
check
It's
out
over.
his YouTube. And I guess I'll see y'all later. So peace. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Don't get fucking kidnapped by Demogorgons. So, yep. Peace.